Live and go live again.
So, mute what? Mute site. I ain't gone live on mine yet.
Yeah, it's definitely live. It hasn't gone live on mine.
Live?
Yeah, it's live because it says end stream at the top. That's what I go by. If it says end stream,
Is it really?
yeah.
I just had a quick look on YouTube and
Yeah, it's live.
yeah,
It's
it's live. So
yeah.
we're live. Hello. Welcome everybody. Hope you're having a great weekend.
Good to see one and all.
Let's have a quick look who we've got in chat. So we've got you. Thanks for coming, PJ.
No, not a problem.
Vicky. Hello, Vicky.
In the shower, but she'll be out soon.
Brian Staveley. How's it going, bro? Matthew Eastman. Thanks for coming, mate. Glad to see you. Hi, Gematria. Flatzai were in earlier, but I don't think he's in now. We've got Sitting Bull. Hi, Sitting Bull. And I think... Rune Farson. How's it going, Rune? And the True Few. Welcome. Thanks for coming. So, we're covering David Wise.
David Death.
But listen, right, this is not an attack on the bloke.
No.
This is an attack. Well, it's not even an attack. It's just the fact that the guy is out going on as many YouTube channels as possibly. The guy's saying, we think this, we believe that, you know. And I'm sorry, but some of the things he says I don't agree with as a flat earther, and you're not speaking for me, Dave.
No, me neither. I watched it. I watched the whole part with Dave in it, just the part with Dave in it, and
you know, and I want, like, with Sitting Bull in chat, it took like a bit of a problem to what this stream is going to be about. Like he commented this. Well, I've never heard him claiming he was representing other than himself. But when he's on a channel and he says, we think this and we believe that, then he's not just talking about himself, is he? He's talking about us as flat earthers. And I'm sorry, but these guys do purport themselves as gurus, as the leaders of flat earth.
Yep.
You know, they've been around longest. You know, everybody follows them. You know. They're making all these documentaries.
Yep.
So they seem to think that they're gurus. I mean, we had Witsit in Flatzai telling us that we were going to get, what were it now?
Excommunicated.
Excommunicated from True Earth.
Like it's some kind of esoteric club.
Like I'm part of True Earth. You know what I mean? I'm just, I'm a flat earther, yeah, but before that, I'm a believer in Jesus Christ. I'm a Christian.
Absolutely.
Yeah, flat Earth's just creation. That's about as far as it goes for me. I like to speak about it because it brings people to God. And when you find there's a God and a creator, then you should take that next step and find out who that God and creator is. And that's Jesus Christ.
Absolutely.
So that's the only reason why I argue about flat Earth and why I talk about flat Earth is because hopefully it will save your ass. You know what I mean? And I don't mean flat Earth saves, but you know, once you realize Earth's a created place, then there's a God, then hopefully you will take them next steps to get saved. But
that's it. Because like you always say, what's the point in flat Earth is just information if it doesn't bring you to the Lord. You know what I mean? It's just information. It's just something you know. Good to see you in, man. Good to see you, dude.
So, I mean, I've already seen people cover this, Nathan Oakley, and I'm sorry, but for someone who goes on all these channels telling people Earth's flat and that, it can't answer the simple question: do you believe the Earth is flat?
Yeah.
It doesn't answer it.
No, it doesn't.
It does not answer it. It gets asked it about 11 times. And
I
For
think
someone who's been a flat earther for such a long time, you know, how can you go and tell someone else the Earth's flat if you can't answer that question yourself?
and I think the words he says is, "Do you know for a fact and without a shadow of a doubt that the Earth is flat?" And he says, "I'm just what is that? Because I'm a slow man." Because he's a slow man. That's the way he keeps going on. He's quite funny actually. But he asks him, like he says 11, 12 times, "Do you know for a fact and without a shadow of a doubt that the Earth is flat?" And not once could he say, "Yes, I know." He says, if you, what depends what you mean about flat, and if this, if that, and oh well, if it's not flat, then it's a million times the size of the globe it is."
This great big massive ball. I mean, come on.
Yeah. So he hasn't even said it's flat. He said possibly a ball, but he hasn't said for a definite it's flat.
And this is my issue, right? If you want to go on these YouTube channels and carry off like that, fair enough. Make it clear though that you're a true earther, not a flat earther.
Yeah. Because there seems to be different.
Make it clear, because you know these channels. I read comments on these things. Like you should see what people are saying in chat on this. You know what I mean?
Mm.
You're making a mockery of flat Earth, David Weiss. You truly are.
Right.
But anyway, we're going to listen to this, and then people can make their own mind up. You know what I mean? But
Cool.
just to be clear, this is not an attack on Dave Weiss as a person. It's his behaviour and the things he says that this is an attack on.
Yeah.
And for people who think, oh well, Michael, you're just causing, you know, you're causing arguments in flat Earth and you're causing a divide and all this. Well, let me just remind you. Let me share this.
And I think it's a declaration that he doesn't talk for all of us. You know what I mean? He doesn't talk for me. He doesn't talk for Michael. If you got to talk for yourself, not for all flat earthers.
Right. This is Luke 12:51-53. Jesus Christ speaking. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth, I tell you nay, but rather division. For from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother, the mother-in-law against the daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Now, I know Jesus is talking to people at that time, but that's what's good about Bible. The things that are spoke about in Bible reflect things that happen in your life. You know what I mean? And we know that when we come to flat Earth, it causes these upsets in families and friends. You know what I mean? And the fact is that there's only one truth, and whenever there's other truths or other opinions on truth, there will be division. So I'm not causing division. Truth causes division.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
That's why I'm glad you brought up that scripture, because that says it there. Says it right there.
That was me.
Right, just pause that.
That's the only page. Bring it straight back up. It plays automatically. You have to pause it instantly.
I'm new to this. Like you're at top streamer, aren't you, PJ?
I just did it. I just did it out of interest. Like, oh, what's this video file do? And then I seen it. I was like, especially with the other computer, it worked better with the other computer. I was like, yeah, this is the way to go. Yeah. But
ATV, thanks for coming. First time on my channel.
Yeah, good to see you, man.
So yeah, so my issue is we've got. In fact, let me just skip back a minute, because people are going to say, "Well, Dave Weiss woke me up to truth." Yeah, Eric DeBay woke me up to truth.
Yeah.
I still watch Eric DeBay and things he says. No, I don't.
No.
You know, in gatekeeping, they release truth.
Yeah.
But they hold you back from the truth. You know what I mean? So like,
you could go further and say that Jehovah's Witnesses woke you up to Jesus, but do you still follow Jehovah's Witnesses? No.
No. You know what I mean? So people get too emotionally attached to YouTubers and the channels. You know what I mean? It's like there's something going off on YouTube in this flat Earth truth, you know, we've got people suddenly starting talking about an upwards moving Earth. We've got replacement gravities. We've got all kinds of crap. No, that can be, you know what I mean? It's like we're almost like slipping back into, you might as well be back in heliocentrism with what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but my problem is Dave goes on so many channels, and all I hear him is saying I don't believe there's, I don't know there's an ice wall for a start, but I don't believe there's land beyond it.
No, see,
The only thing you'll find beyond that is probably bumping to the firmament. Like,
I mean, I don't know for a fact there's an ice wall. I think the more likely is, it sounds like a probable way for it to happen. But when it comes to other lands, there's certainly no proof of that whatsoever.
and then we've got aliens coming from these extra lands, and you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
No, you can't be going around saying these things and think and be saying we. If you want to go on YouTube channels, you'll say this is just me. There's only me thinks this. I'm talking for myself. But when you start saying flat earthers think and we think, you know what I mean? That's when you're starting to be talking for others. And I'm sorry, Dave, but it's just not acceptable. And the fact that you've been a flat earther longer than me, and I can go out in world and someone asks me if I 100% believe Earth's flat, I can tell them and I can explain why. Why can't you, Dave Wise?
But you can't expect to be a spokesman for flat Earth, an ambassador for everybody in flat Earth, when you can't even say the Earth is flat. That's hypocrisy.
But anyway, let's watch the video and then everybody can hear for themselves. You know,
It's fun.
Watch him dance around these questions.
Aye, wow.
I'm hoping not to do it too long a stream, but you know, everybody's welcome their own opinion and everybody's welcome their own say on things. You know what I mean? And it's my channel. I'll have my say. If you want to have your say, you go on your own channel and do it. You know what I mean? PJ does what he does. I do what I do. It just so happens PJ agrees with me on this one, so that's why he's joining me.
Absolutely.
But anyway, let's go. And Toshiro, don't come in my chat doing what you're doing, Flat Eyes, mate, because you'll not last 2 minutes.
No.
Right, are we ready?
Yeah, absolutely.
Usual rules apply, PJ. If you want me to stop, you can stop it.
Well, it's true. Yeah.
Oh, and links in description for JLP. Good bloke. I like him. You know, I like how he held Dave's feet to the fire. You know what I mean? It was like, he did not let up on that question, and so he shouldn't have.
No, you're right too.
If you have somebody coming to you telling you something that's against your will belief, they better have more than dancing around. You know what I mean?
Aye. Aye.
But anyway, let's go.
A flat earther, right? His name is, my guess is David Weiss. And David is also known as...
He's going to say David is also known as Flat Earth Dave. And right there, I've got a problem. How can you call yourself Flat Earth Dave when you can't answer whether Earth's flat or not?
I know.
Wow.
Flat Earth Dave. Flat Earth Dave. David is from the East Coast of the United States, where he was born and raised, and has some insight into the curious subject of our Earth. And he supposed to have proof that the Earth is flat. Isn't that amazing? So this should be very interesting.
Supposed to have proof that Earth's flat, but yet when asked, can't present that proof.
You can't even say it.
David, welcome to the show.
Jesse, thanks for having me. Can you hear me okay? Can you see me?
I see you. I hear you. Can you see me?
Yeah, I just have a static image of you, but
Sven P. Dave is in Bournemouth, where I live right now, talking True Earth. Yeah, why don't he go on these channels then and call himself True Earth Dave? Why call himself FE Dave and then make Flat Earth look a mockery?
Exactly.
Have you got an app?
That's okay.
You
That's
have
how
a
it is.
static image. That's not okay.
I just have a like your camera's off for me,
Oh, they're working on it. Be patient. They're
All right.
working on it, David.
but you can see me, right? I'm waving.
He white. He's waving. He white. Thank you for coming on, David.
Jesse, I just thank you for having me. It's amazing to be here. I appreciate it. And I just want to say I've listened to interviews of yours here and there over many years, and every time I come across an interview, I'm like, "Wow, that's really amazing," in your words. And and I always liked it. And so recently, the last couple of weeks, I've been since we've been booked, I've been listening to more and more just to get a feel and prepare for the show. And you are singing my song. Everything that you say, from your silent prayer to everything, it's what I do.
What song's that, Dave? Because as far as I know, this guy's not a flat earther.
No, exactly.
What song is he singing? Like heliocentric,
It sounds like he's blowing smoke up his gearbox. That's what it sounds like.
licking bum. I bet the guy's never watched him ever.
No. Probably a few little clips just to see who he's dealing with. That's it.
And I just love it. But I got a quick question for you before we start, since this is a special day for you. You believe that God is responsible for your creation, right?
Yes, all things.
Okay. So do you believe that you are alive when you're in your mother's womb?
Do you believe that you're alive when you're in your mother's room? Yes.
Okay. So why aren't you celebrating your conception day, which would be about August 16th, instead of your birthday? Because you're denying.
Well, then you'd call it Conception Day, wouldn't you? Instead
Yeah,
of
no.
Earth Day.
That's
What
it.
this has to do with flat Earth, I have no clue.
I know. I wondered that when he started
It
talking
just
about
sounds,
it. I
it's
think
just ridiculous.
it sounds like a break in the ice thing. It's try to blow smoke up his butt, saying that he doesn't. He's watched him and he's you're singing from my hymn sheet sort of thing. But nah, I don't think so. The different kind of people get that. It's just
I just need to nip to Luke. Can you just
yeah.
talking PJ while I nip to Luke? I don't want to play a video and not be there.
Yeah, and you could see it right there. He made sure it was in shot. Now,
Right.
just his app there. Yes,
But
babe.
doesn't he have a flat earth app?
Just said that. I'm just saying up there. He's showing his
so
app.
why is he saying he's a true earther when he's got an app called about flat earth?
I know. And he can't even admit that he is a flat earther.
So you
when
make money off it, but
Yeah.
then say you're just a true earther.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Exactly. But he's always got his app there to show. It's always the first thing at hand. He's like, yeah, I'm Dave. Here's my app. Even though he might not say it, but then it's always there showing.
Not something I'd go on.
He obviously makes money off of it. I mean, I did download it before. I didn't realize it was Dave's until when I found out it wasn't got rid of it. I didn't use it anyway. But yeah, that's not the point. But yeah, to make these claims, especially like things like yes, it's flat. To give these evidences of flat Earth and say things like the aliens are coming in from lands outside as well. It's like it's almost mixing. Well, it is. It's mixing heliocentrism and the sci-fi belief with the truth of flat Earth, and then at the same time, he can't even say that he's a flat earther at all. You know what I mean? It's hypocrisy at its finest. And if you can get such a thing as fine hypocrisy, then Dave's got it. But like I say, it's not an attack on him. It's what he's saying. Just saying he's not speaking for us. If he can't even say the Earth is flat, he can't talk for me.
Yeah. It's not just like I ain't got a problem with him, whatever he wants to believe. Yeah, whatever he wants. But if he wants to think aliens come from beyond ice wall, that's up to him. But don't be going on channels that are well, I don't know how it works, whether he asks them to go on or they ask him, but just say he's going on channels that are heliocentric in belief. It's coming out with them sort of things straight away. Do you know what I mean? It's like, why don't we show him our Earth's flat first, and then you can talk your waffle to him. I think this, or I have this belief, but it comes across as he's talking for all flat earthers, and I just can't be doing with it.
Yeah,
You could say this is the proof that I've got, but this is extra what I think, what I actually believe but can't prove. You can do that if you want, I suppose, but if you're given the proof, it's got to be proof for the flat earth first, and anything outside of that is just him supposing or surmising or musing, you know.
I mean,
Just
let's be real, right?
shit.
Aliens, there's no such thing.
No.
They're clearly demonic. You know what I mean? They're not coming from beyond an ice wall. You know what I mean? If they're like fallen angels that are presenting themselves as craft or aliens, you know what I mean? But they're coming from above. They're not coming from beyond an ice wall.
Yeah, not strawman him, Toshiro, just telling the exact truth about him. He does speak for us. He says it.
And he says, have you been behind Antarctic to confirm it isn't possible? Didn't think so.
Has Dave?
I'm scriptural, right? So if all these lands were there, then it'd be in scripture. You know.
Yeah, TB saying you're stuck on a model Dave has sold you. Yeah, I mean, give out the proof, all the proof you want, but he hasn't got proof for the aliens in the extra. Oh, the flat says there's no link. Can we put the link in?
Oh, sorry, mate.
I'll grab it.
That
It's up
person-
to you. You're a mod.
Oh yeah, you do it, Vicky, if you want.
No, he's on about could you time Toshiro out?
Ah,
If you think he's out of order, you're a mod, aren't you?
look, this is what I was saying, right? People make idols out of YouTubers and they hang on at their every word. They're emotionally invested into it. We see this with Toshiro, yeah. Comes into Flatzoi's arguing about Gerent, you know, when we're talking about scripture. It's like it's just caught up in, you know, can't see past what a YouTuber's telling him to believe. And this is my whole issue. You should be able to think for yourself. You should be able to prove Earth's flat yourself. Otherwise, you've got no business telling other people. You know? Like when I tell my mum Earth's flat, do you think I just went, it's flat, mum, you know, and left her that? No, I showed her exactly how it's flat. And because I showed her exactly how it's flat, my mum's 99% a flat earther, you know?
Same as Vicky. She learned from listening to us guys. Flat's a show and that. She's now a flat earther and she would never have been one before. She never have thought she would have been one. And now she can't see past it. Hey Flats, how you doing, man?
Hey, good you guys. Good to see you.
How's it
Yeah,
going?
good. Oh, and Sven,
It's Sven as well. How's it going, Sven?
So I hear he shouldn't be called Flair Dave anymore.
yes, no.
No,
Um,
it should be called Dave.
Yeah, or a million times possibly bigger than the globe, Dave.
Oh, I'll dance around on question 11 times, Dave.
Yeah.
True Earth Dave.
You know, like, but you've all heard him what he says, you know.
Yep.
You've all heard him say, we believe this and flat earthers think this. And,
Hey guys, how you doing? All right, thanks for having me on.
Good to see you, bro.
Oh, it is Sven. Nice to meet you, mate.
Hey, Sven.
Nice to meet you. About time.
Yeah, no, it is about time.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, Sven, you've been in thick of it, haven't you, mate? You've been out on the streets.
Yeah, I've been out on the streets. Yeah.
Yeah, it's rough. I
You know,
mean,
if I were to ask you, Sven, do you know 100% Earth's flat?
I-
You ain't going to be
I
doing
can't
a little
even
dance for
remember,
me,
there's
are
a
you?
lot of echo going on.
it's without a doubt as well. He says, "Do you know for certain and without a doubt that the Earth is flat?" The way he says it, flat. He
You shouldn't
pronounces
even-
his T very well.
Yeah,
Yes.
you shouldn't even have
I'll
had
come back
people-
in because it's on the
Oh.
other.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
You're having issues, mate. Yeah, you shouldn't even. You should just wear corsets, you know what I mean? And you should then defend that.
Absolutely.
Like, if you can't openly answer a question that's being asked you, is the earth flat? If you can't do that, you shouldn't be going on all these channels telling people.
Yeah. Brian says big ball Dave. Yeah, a million times ball Dave. A million times bigger than the globe ball Dave. Yeah, crazy. But you could say that. You could say if it's not flat, it's a million times bigger than what they're saying it is. You can say that, implying ball, but you couldn't imply. You couldn't say point blank that it was flat. Crazy.
So my issue with that is that's what ballers tell us. Reason it looks so flat is because it's huge.
Aye.
It's a big ball. That's why it looks flat.
Mm-hmm.
How can you say that as a flat earther and sleep at night?
Especially when you need your 90 degrees and everything. You know what I mean? To get horizontal.
Mental.
It doesn't matter how big the ball is, you still need that 90.
It's like I look at it like I've seen people making models and stuff, right? So they have like a flat, horizontal, level piece of plywood, and then they build mountains on it and stuff. You know what I mean? It's just like that. So yeah, there's topography, but there's a baseline, and without that baseline, you could never measure height of said topography.
Mm.
You know what I mean? There has to be a starting point where all measurements are made from, and I'm sorry, but that's a flat Earth.
Yeah, the globe doesn't have it. It's a different measure point for every single degree, every single point, every single space, whatever. You know? Crazy.
It's absolutely mental, like. But you see, there's channels pushing this and saying this is how Earth's measured. You know what I mean? And these guys want to deny it. Why is that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, why do they never use black swan argument?
I know.
Yeah, that's
Well,
an
I
absolute-
think it's
Sure.
because they want to be the main people, and if they can't be the ones to give the arguments, you know, it's not their child, their brain baby, then they don't want to have anything
we
to do with it because they
haven't
want to
thought
be
it,
the
so
main guys.
yeah, we haven't thought it, so we're not using that, which is sad, like, because we're about proving Earth's flat, aren't we? You know what I mean? And if just because you haven't come up with an argument or you don't like whoever's come up with it, don't take away from that argument being a good argument, does it? You know what I mean?
No.
Very strange. Very strange. I mean, I've had my eye on this lot since that behind the curve or whatever it was.
Yeah. And like I say, I mean, just come on and he'll introduce himself. Then the first thing you'll see, he doesn't always say it about his art, but the first thing you'll see is his art. It's always there. To me, it's a lot of it is about that. You know what I mean?
He comes on as Flat Earth Dave, but yet can't answer a question when asked if it is Earth flat.
With the
So
flat.
really, it should be called Can't Answer This Question, Dave.
Aye.
On the fence, Dave.
You know what I mean? It's like
I mean, it's even there, flatearthdave.com. Flatearthdave.com. That's about FED, Fed. That's what.
But I mean, haven't we been saying for so long? Every time he gets an opportunity, it's always just pushing that app of his. To me, it's just business. The guy just wants to push app, nothing more.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I did pay for that app myself.
So did I.
I had it for a while, and then as soon as I seen it were tracking people, I thought, I don't know about this.
Yeah.
So I got rid of it.
I thought it was World Dave.
Karen B, how's it going?
How you doing?
Old world Dave. So what's your thoughts, Karen, on Dave not being able to 100% answer the Earth or flat?
Yeah.
It's just strange, you know. Like, if I were to ask Karen B, I bet Karen B could tell me why it's flat.
Guaranteed.
I bet if I asked Brian Staveley, he could tell me why Earth or flat. You know what I mean? It's like
Absolutely. And that's not what Brian Staveley like sort of majors on, so to speak. He knows it's flat, absolutely, but he talks about the Mandela mainly. And he could even say, yes, it's flat.
And I knew he'd say that, Karen. You know, it's like, so why ain't Dave saying this? That's what's scary about it, and that's why I'm doing this stream, because it's absolutely mind blowing. I'm not out there to be attacking Dave. You know, I don't even know the guy, but he is out there on many streams on YouTube telling people this and that, and he can't answer that question. And that's what's scary.
Of course.
Right, shall we carry on with the video and let's see what he says?
9 months of God's creation by celebrating today. That's all I want to say.
Because when I was growing up, we never celebrated in the womb. We're just so glad we made it through the womb.
Well, that is a day to celebrate that you got through, but that's the real day. You should celebrate the day that you were created. So that's August 16th, everybody. So don't forget, Jesse gets extra super chats and coffees on August 16th.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So, David, let me ask, since I don't know a lot about you, are you a Christian?
That's a very personal question, and I'm going to get into that. I'll tell you something. Before 2014, I denied.
That's not, in my eyes, that's not a personal question.
It's not.
He should have easily said, yeah or no.
Oh, no. Yeah.
And I ain't got a problem whether he is or he ain't. But, like, that should have been easy to answer as well.
It should be, because if you're a Christian, it's a personal thing between you and Jesus, yeah, but you want people to know about Jesus, so
Ted Summer, thanks for coming, mate.
You don't just keep it to yourself.
You know what? This is blowing my mind, because, like, I would have thought that, like, some of you guys might have been defending Dave. It's crazy. Maybe there's something I've missed.
I know. I was thinking, what? Hold on, wait a minute. Absolutely, that's cool.
But yeah, like, you're either Christian and you believe in Jesus, or you're not.
Yeah.
Why is it a personal question?
Yeah. But steak and scallops, yeah. Some guys, what about?
Question has been like, what coloured boxer shorts you wearing, Dave?
Yeah.
You know
But
what
said,
I mean?
steak and scallops said, why? What about thousands of people became flat earthers because of flat earth? Yeah, like Michael just said earlier, he became a flat earther partly because of debate. But does he follow him now? No.
This is how gatekeeping works, you see. Like, you get fed some truth, but then they keep you from the rest of the truth. You know what I mean? Just because someone's walked you up to something, don't necessarily mean they're the good guy.
Exactly.
All religion, all creator. I was a big believer in scientism or science, which is really scientism. And I denied everything. And it's because of the globe lie. And that's what pushed me there. And then after I discovered that we don't live on a spinning, wobbling, rocky ball surrounded by smooth water that no one's ever seen the curve, adjacent to air, adjacent to a void, which is scientifically impossible, I understood that this place is intelligently designed. And therefore, you have no other option but to accept that there's a creator. I believe it's Romans 1:19 that says, it says, for what may be known about God is clear to them since God has shown it to them. Basically, what the whole verse is saying is once you see my creation, you can no longer.
So this is something else I've noticed with Dave. He molds himself into being whoever's channel he's on. Like, I once heard Dave say God could be a moron.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I literally once heard him say that, and I'm sure other people have as well. But, like, you're preaching Christian scriptures now, mate, and you can't. It's a personal question whether you're a Christian or not. It's like you either you are, and you use them scriptures, or you're not. Then you're not using them scriptures.
Because otherwise it'll come across hypocritical, you know? Hey, Jeff. Good to see you, bro.
Jeff?
I'm Glenn Sauce.
I'm moving.
I'm moving. I'm NFE.
But yeah, I agree. I mean, if you think about it, if you stand up for something that you 100% agree in, you're going to have certainty when someone asks you a question. You know what I mean? You're not just going to no. I'm a Christian. I believe Jesus died for us. Full stop. I don't need to first question it. There's nothing to question.
No. No.
Exactly. If there's anybody who's not got a wrench, tell me.
Movement.
Yeah, there's a few
Coleman not got one.
No, not Karen B.
People have to comment after though, Vicky, to show they've got one.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think I've wrenched everybody anyway. Right? I wrench everybody who I like.
No, Michael.
Don't
Give me a
abuse
proper
it.
pronoun. We call it a spanner here. Come on.
Oh yeah, it's a spanner. No, you're welcome, Ted, and you're welcome, Karen. And honestly, it's blown my mind that I thought you'd actually. Well, I never thought you'd come to my channel anyway, but I didn't think you'd be speaking against Dave.
I did think, yeah, I was scared.
Karen-
I appreciate that.
Karen B does awesome things, and I mean, she doesn't have a big head or anything. She actually does support channels, although we don't agree on some things. But she's actually a fair person, so it's actually cool that she's here.
Yeah, it is good. When I seen her name, I was like, wow, Karen B.
There is things that we disagree on. Yeah, we're not all going to agree on things. Fair enough, but surely by now, 10 years into it, we can all agree that we can prove Earth's flat. We can all agree on that, surely, but Dave can't.
Definitely.
Longer deny my existence. And this is what the wannabe controllers of this world want. They want you in a situation where you can deny God.
So let me ask you this. You said that you were a Christian, but you stopped being one when you found out that the earth was flat?
Well, no. I was a non-believer in anything. I believed in science. The science was my religion. And then now I understand that there is a creator. So,
so you have never been a Christian.
Well, hold on. It's your definition of what a Christian is, and that could take 2 hours to talk about. But let's.
Yeah, I just want to.
No.
Whoa.
No, I know.
wrong.
Yeah. No. Very simple.
What definition of Christian? There's only one definition of Christian. It's Christ follower.
Yeah.
To be Christ-like.
Christ-like, yeah. But I say Christian means to try and be Christ-like. Well, Bobby hasn't got a spanner yet.
I'll get him one.
Oh, did you? Cool.
TV.
On TV.
Have I not given TV one?
No, not yet. But TV is his first time to the channel anyway, so you wouldn't have had one.
It's same as it goes everywhere else. Everyone who's alright gets a
That's
spanner.
it. That's the same,
Don't
man.
abuse it.
Well, wouldn't you guys read it this way, that maybe Dave is trying to play both sides of the fence, so it's like got plausible deniability kind of thing?
A little bit. Especially
Dave plays whatever fence I'll agree with that channel is going on, I think. Which is like a good salesman tactic, you know. Because ultimately he's trying to sell his app. Do we agree on that?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
So if you go on a Christian channel, you're going to lean towards Christianity. If you go on an atheist channel, you'll lean towards that. I've heard him say all sorts. You know, things that come out in his mouth. Like that time I heard him say God could be a moron.
That's so.
It was like, wow, did I hear that actually come out of your mouth?
Yeah, could you create this place? Could you? Yep. No. That's I don't understand where a statement like that would come from. God could be a moron for all you know. No. How did you work that out? He created you. Does that, if a moron created you, does that mean that you're a raka, imbecilic completely? It's just ridiculous to say that God's could be a moron. Wow.
You're
Yeah.
talking kind of fast right now. And I just want to.
Right.
I'm black and slow, and
All
so
right,
I
I'll
just
slow it
kind of,
down.
I just kind of want to understand. You're telling me
You might be black and slow, but you're quicker than Dave.
Yeah.
that you have never been a Christian. You believed in science.
That at that time, yeah. I mean, I
Thanks for coming, Brian. Yeah, mate. Set something up and let us know, and we'll do a show. Definitely.
would classify myself
Oh,
as,
fine. Cool.
if you want to define Christian, more of a Christian than many people, Bible thumpers that call themselves Christians.
And I haven't to define Christian. How do you define Christianity?
Oh well, now we're diving in. I would say somebody that believes in the Creator, that believes in Christ, that loves their neighbor and obeys God's
That
law.
is so
That's the
false.
foundation of Christianity.
Oh,
No.
It's poor.
Sorry, I got to stop there. That's like totally wrong. That's nothing. He's trying to sound like a cultural Christian, as Darwin would say.
Oh.
I don't believe in Christianity, but I believe in the culture that Christianity brings. I like all the cathedrals and everything that the hymns and love. But I don't believe that Jesus died for us. You know, that kind of thing.
Then that's just a pretense. That's just silliness.
That accent was brilliant.
That's yeah, it's just a pretense.
But then skip back to God's a moron.
Mm.
Yeah, so like no.
I mean, if the guy wants to be honest, he just has to say, no, I don't know what Christianity is. I'm not a Christian. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just say, yeah, I believe there's a creator. I believe I can be agnostic, but I don't need to believe that Jesus is God. You know what I mean? He just has to be honest then. Not try and rope Christianity into what he's trying to make it to be.
okay.
Daniel Pratt.
And do you believe that God created heaven?
Sorry, Daniel Pratt. Welcome, mate. Yeah, Dave is a snake oil salesman, basically. Tells whatever channel he goes on, he tells them what they want to hear.
Aye.
That in itself is dishonest. I'm sorry, like, but if you go on an atheist channel, you're not going to pretend to be an atheist. You're going to say, "I'm sorry, mate. I'm a Christian." Like, you know, strange behavior. Hey, Vi.
Thank you for watching. Bless you guys, man.
I very much doubt he's ready at all, Karen. I reckon the things that he's mentioned, he's heard other people say, personally.
Yeah. Few YouTube videos.
And Earth.
Yes.
You do believe that.
Yes.
And why should we believe you when you say that the Earth is flat? Why should we believe?
Did not believe me.
Why should
Belief
we
is the enemy. Belief is the enemy of knowing, or belief is the lazy man's knowing. Because everybody believes that I'm on the East Coast because you said it, because I told you that. You believe it, but you don't know it. So to know it takes time and effort. And people are very lazy, and they don't want to take the time to verify things. God says, verify all things.
And so you know,
Lazy. You can't prove Earth's flat, Dave. I think that's lazy.
Absolutely.
Wow.
for sure that the Earth is flat. You know that without a doubt.
I know for without a doubt that we're not a spinning rocky ball flying through an infinite, godless, or distant God expanding universe. Because when you look at the details of it, it's absolute insanity. But when you, when you look at all the measurements of Earth, everything measures flat. When you measure the Earth, we can see farther than they say we could see. On a curved surface, there should be a limit to our vision, but we can see way, way, way.
So you measure Earth flat, Dave, but yet when asked if you can, whether you believe Earth's 100% truly flat, you can't answer that question. But yet you've already just said that you measure Earth flat.
Flat, yeah. That it should be. You should be certain that it's flat, not just.
Yep.
It could be.
Or maybe it's just a.
Yeah, but then he contradicts himself. Then. I mean, if you're claiming, it's measured flat, then you're 100% certain it's flat because it's measured that way.
Or he's just heard that said somewhere.
Aye.
beyond that. And then all of the measurements for the heliocentric model, which is the globe model, I call it the heliosinister trick, are assumed measurements. None of them have been proven. In school, we were taught Earth is a globe, this is that, and this is the way it is. But even to this very day, the best physicists in the world say they can't prove whether it's a globe that we're spinning or everything is spinning above us. They can't prove it either way, but they teach us one as a fact and the other one is, they don't even mention the other one as a possibility. But to this very day, the best physicists in the world, you had Mark Sargent on about 5 years ago, you had a physicist on, and that physicist said the same thing I'm saying right now.
Oh, that must have been the one show he's seen with him.
He's just done that. He's just said Earth measures flat, but then when asked whether it's flat, he can't answer it. He's done exactly what he's going against.
Yeah.
And this is what looks bad for people in that chat. I mean, you go and read that chat and see people are saying he's on drugs and all sorts. Mental.
Right.
That they can't tell whether we're moving or not.
And do you know for sure that the Earth is flat?
Well, what is the definition of flat? Flat is not a shape. Flat is a description of level, horizontal.
Wow.
We live on a non-rotating, level, topographical, horizontal plane. And, we have hills and valleys and everything, but everything is level. And we know this for a fact. Now, in the flat Earth community, we're trying to figure this place.
So,
you know that for a fact, that it's level. So it's flat.
I can't get my head round. Why did JLP have to ask him 11 times when he's already made these statements?
Right.
Yeah, but it's like he's not even answering in confidence. It sounds like he's not sure the way he's answering.
It's a skill, isn't it? It's your salesman tactic. Like you've got it pre-practiced. Probably stands in front of a mirror debating himself.
Yeah, well, he's not doing well in this one.
It's out. Flat earthers are willing to say, we don't know, or hey, that works on both flat and globe. And what you'll find out in this conversation, things will fall into three pots. Works on a flat earth, works on a globe earth, and works on both. And you'll find that things go into both end bowls, but the middle bowl.
Right. So, no. Whatever tool you use to measure Earth only works on a flat Earth. Whatever tool you use to navigate only works on a flat Earth. There's no works on a ball.
Nothing. They have to make silly stories to make everything fit together and work together. This intricate, complex system of a universe, but still say all this about it and this absolute fact, and they make it this complex thing, an intricate thing, but still say that they're 99% wrong about it as well. How can you trust that?
Yeah, but I just want to know how a guy can double speak, like say it's always measured flat, and then go back and say, well, it could just be a big ball.
Yeah.
You can't measure a big ball as flat because then you'll measure curve.
He just said it there, like I know for a fact it's level.
But in that what Ballers said to him. Oh well, it's just so big it looks like your local horizontal ballad.
Mm-hmm.
Mental.
The globe, nothing goes in there by itself. Nothing. So you have to keep looking at the evidence. And, here's the thing. We can, since we have 5 hours to do this show, we're barely going to be able to cover all of the information. So what I tell people is do not believe.
Mate, I could cover it in half an hour.
Yeah. All the basics, without a doubt. People
10 minutes.
Yeah.
I've got 5 hours, right? I could hit about 100 people.
Yeah, you could get the
5 hours.
10 minutes.
Believe anything I say. Go verify it yourself, but Google will not hand you anything. If you Google Flat Earth, Google my name, Google anything, you're going to get propaganda. You're going to get nonsense, right? On my website, flatearthdave.com, there's a button called the Crash Course, and there's a list of videos in there that are being hidden from you. Watch those videos with a skeptical mind. Do not believe anything. Verify everything. And I'm so confident, for those of you who know that what Bitcoin is, I offer 3 Bitcoins for 1 globe proof, but you have to watch those videos first.
And so,
have
do
to
you
watch
know?
it first.
Do you,
Yeah.
See, this annoys me in all this Bitcoin business.
I know.
It's a dangling carrot. It's like McToon and his 10 grand.
It's 10 grand.
No one's ever going to come and prove a globe, so you're offering it for now.
And nobody's getting that 10 grand from McToon either because
He'd never accept any explanation.
Exactly.
You know, neither would Dave. Dave's not going to give free Bitcoin to. If he accepts a globe with some
But
proof,
also,
of free
you must also
Bitcoin, then he'd be
understand-
admitting the Earth's not flat.
You must also understand, at the end of the day, just like McToon can decide if you get it or not, Dave can decide if you get it or not. It's one-sided. There's no.
You
actual
don't know if
honesty
he was
in it.
relying on Nathan though to defend it for him. You know, if you've got loads of money and you've got Bitcoin, can't you defend it yourself? You know, that says it all to me. That he's just a money man in the background saying any old crap.
you know for sure and without a doubt that the Earth is flat?
I know.
Right, so that what first one, yeah?
Yeah, that he's done. He did it once. The first time he said, "Do you know it's flat?"
Oh, well, that second time, sorry.
Yeah, so he's about to say it the third.
So let's keep note. We're on 2,
Yeah.
and let's watch him dance around this as well.
For sure and without a doubt that it's not a globe as they describe.
And do you know?
So you reply with a question with a question.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what ballers do.
Yep.
That's what Muslims do.
Right.
For
Can I just
sure
ask
and without
TB
a
in chat
doubt
what the
that
hell
is
his issue is with me lately?
Yeah, Vicky did just say something about that.
What's that?
He's always got an issue saying, why don't I just debate on it's measured flat? I don't need to just debate on measured flat. If he doesn't like it, he can go debate it himself.
Like Mandela effect's real, like, so don't start talking about
You
that.
can't measure Earth's flat solid.
Well, yeah, but let's not drift off onto that, like,
Yeah.
because we've already had this on PJs this morning.
I know.
Yeah, sorry. Anyway, I just wanted to know
It's
what his issue is.
all right. No,
Yeah.
I ain't got a problem. Like, if people are saying things about it, you should address it. But
But
let's not, I don't want it to take us off drift too much, that's all.
flat?
Well, what is your definition of flat?
Do you know for sure and without a doubt that the Earth is flat?
Well, it's not flat because
Right, so
flat.
the
It's-
guy's definition of flat will probably be the same as yours, Dave. The question on the table is Earth flat?
Yeah. That's 4
How many
times.
times does he have to ask him though?
Yeah, well, he does more, a lot more.
We're on second one. We're going to keep count, don't we?
Oh no, this is 4 times he said it now. He said it twice, 2 in a row, just that.
No, TB, don't be sorry, mate, but I don't know if you've got issues with flats or you want. I don't want it to be going on to like an argument between you two and me, and we're supposed to be covering Dave. That's all. Adam Meakin, how's it going, bro?
The Adam Meakin. Good to see you, man.
I'll post you a link if you want to come in.
The link's still there at the top. Look. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I'll post it.
there's hills and valleys, so that's not flat.
But
It's
you're a
level.
flat earther.
It's level. It's horizontal.
But-
how would you describe a pond? Is it flat?
Do you know for sure and without a doubt that the Earth is flat?
5.
How would you describe a pond? I don't know, like a body of water.
Sometimes there's ducks in it and a couple of fish.
Look at his grin. That's Shylock. I'm telling you now. I'm gonna. My new name for Dave Weiss is Flat Earth Shylock.
Teeth almighty.
All of our observations show a flat level Earth, 127,000 feet. Earth isn't spinning out from underneath here. It looks flat.
And do you know for sure
then
and
just say
without
yes.
a doubt that the Earth
Is flat.
Then just say yes. Why couldn't he just say yes?
Well, that's 6 times when he hasn't said yes.
Mr. Obvious, I don't care for that kind of talk.
No.
Thank you very much. There is no paedophile, Jesus Christ.
You, what an absolute. Why would you come and say that? What an absolute plonker. I'm not going to say what I actually think.
I'm not kicking you out or no, but that's a warning. Next one will be out.
Earth is flat.
Are you going to keep asking me until I answer? I know for
Look at that
sure
face.
that the Earth is not rotating. I know for sure that it is level. I know for sure that all plumb bobs are parallel to each other and perpendicular to horizontal. I know for sure that the oceans do not bend when at rest. I know for sure that we can see farther than the physical ball allows.
So why don't you know Earth's flat? For sure.
Right? If there's a curvature, my mouth is behind the curvature. You can't see it because of the curvature, a physical horizon. There is no physical horizon, and our optics today have made us see much farther than our naked eyes could before. We can see with our naked eyes farther than the geometric globe allows, and with optics, we can see magnitudes farther. Now, the things that we can see at distances, there's 2 options. Earth is flat, or the Earth is 1,000 times bigger than they're telling us, and they're hiding more land, more resources. They're hiding all sorts of things. So, you know,
Am I given a choice? It's either the Earth is flat or it's 1,000. He does say 1,000,000 later, but he says 1,000 times
But he's
bigger.
already contradicted himself anyway, because he's been saying the whole time it's horizontal, it's flat, it's level, but he's not going to say the Earth's flat. How does that make any sense?
It's not. I don't know why you can't just say, if you really are a flat earther, Dave, just say yes. Aye. The first time you said it, I would have said aye. Then you can try and explain your topographical things and all that.
Yeah.
But yes, aye.
Yeah, just say it's a flat plane with topography. There we go. Not hard to say. Yeah, the Earth's
No.
flat. Measured flat, shown flat, observed flat. We have topography on that flat plane. So what's the issue?
How you doing, Chuck? Good to see you, man.
Hey Chuck, how's it going? I just want to comment to Sven. Yeah, mate. Are you on Facebook, Discord, or Skype? You can find me on all them places.
Do you want me to talk?
Are you not in Master B? Maybe not.
Yeah.
You find me anyway if you want to find me. Not
Would you want Vicky? No, because then that means everybody will get it.
Yeah, I don't want to post my details in.
Yeah.
But I'm easy to find. You can find either my exact same YouTube moniker, or you can find me. Right, have a look on Facebook under my name, and it's a picture at Moon Sven. Easy to find. Right, let's carry on. It's moving because it's moving.
Moving cause
Windbreak.
it's moving cause
do
it's
I
moving.
know for sure the Earth is flat? I know for sure it's not a globe.
And so do you
The question
That were instantly like not answering question, weren't it?
with the, you answered the question with a question. Do I know that the Earth is flat? Do I know for sure that the Earth is flat? Then he could have, even repeating it, he could have said, yes, I know that the Earth is flat. But he repeated it, then didn't. Wow. Wow.
Mental, isn't
You
it?
see, this is what I would, when if I had to talk to someone like this, I would straight say they're dishonest, because they don't have the integrity just to give their position 100% confidence.
Yeah.
This is what happens in debates, like say Flats and Craig and Flats try to get something off Craig. He does this stuff, that kind of thing.
This is what annoys me. Why, and it's same with Whitsitt in his debates now. Why don't they use these Black Swan arguments or these Selnav arguments?
Mm.
You know, it don't matter where who arguments come from. Don't matter whether you like that person or not. The argument itself should speak for itself. So if it's a good argument, bastard, use it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And this is trouble with YouTube, emotions, and you know, like people this and emotions that. It's like, are we out to prove flat Earth, or are we just going to be like kids in a playground?
You know what I'm thinking is funny
and
now?
without a
Sorry.
You know what I'm thinking is funny now? Because now Neil deGrasse Tyson also wants to go Antarctica with William Shatner.
Oh wow.
What if the flat earthers said, okay, we're not going with the final experiment, we're going to go with William Shatner and Neil deGrasse Tyson and start debating them?
That'd be fun. I'd be talking about Star Trek if I seen Shatner.
Think about it, you go there, it's like now you're forced to debate me because you're on the same cruise.
That's it.
Yeah. I mean, that's another topic we ought to discuss forever, like this final experiment, because that Duffy is a blatant liar. Provably so. Claims to be a Christian. You don't lie about these things if you're supposed to be a pastor.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So that's already a strike against him in my book, right? Claim to be a pastor, but yet you've been caught lying.
Yeah, saying that he hasn't thought about, even considered geocentrism or heliocentrism.
Yeah, never thought about it, but yeah, he's willing to spend a few $100,000 on it.
And talks about satellites orbiting the Earth and stuff. Don't tell me you haven't considered heliocentrism if you're talking about satellites orbiting the Earth. Wow.
Anyway, I got to go. Have a great stream further, guys.
Nice for
See you
coming.
later.
Bless you, man.
Right,
Cheers,
PJ,
blessings.
Yes.
you're on disc.
All right, Nebula.
doubt that the Earth is flat.
Well, let's take a look at this. So here is a view.
But you're not answering my question.
I'm going to answer your question.
He's not going to answer it. That's the thing. He's saying you're not answering my question. He's right, and he's got a right to hold him to it. He's not answering the question, and he says he's going to, but he doesn't. He's still just scouting. I'm going to answer it. Just answer it then. Just yes or no.
You might not be able to see me on the camera yet, but I'm black and
I
slow.
see you. I see you.
I'm
I
black
see
and
you.
slow. Oh, you can see me. You notice
can see
that
you.
I'm black and slow now.
Right.
So before we move on, do you know for sure and without a doubt that the Earth is flat?
I'll answer that question after you answer.
See, I'll answer that question after you answer this. Now, he's been asking this question for minutes now. 5 minutes, maybe 4 minutes. And he's saying, I'll answer that when you answer this. He's got a right to keep asking this. And so he should.
To this question, okay? If the Earth is the size that they tell us, which is 24,901 miles around, it's hard to see out here, but there's a whole bunch of mountains.
You
the Alps.
still didn't answer my question yet.
I'm going to answer it. I'm going to answer it.
When are
You
you
can
going to
see
answer
the-
after the show?
After this, after,
That is the funniest thing I've heard. When you're going to answer it after the show?
So,
Listen, though, right? I know we're laughing about it, like, but this is what people are watching. You know, people who might be on fence or people who aren't on fence. You know, they see this and this mockery and his inability to answer a question. What they're going to think of flat Earth?
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. He needs to be certain. I mean,
It might be a joke to David Weiss with his grinning face, but it's not a joke to me.
no. I mean, he's made his money out of it, isn't he? He's still making money out of it. So he could take it as a joke if he wants, but to me, same as it's not a joke. It's the truth. We've been lied to long enough. I'd rather know the truth. You know, just answer this question, dude.
It's bad. Put it that way, like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't get too angry over things, like, and I make jokes out of it, you know what I mean? But if I were a serious person, like, I'd be really, really mad.
Absolutely. You too, Wolves. How you doing, man?
Just making a mockery out of truth, and it's not on. My place in there. Hey, two Wolves.
Oh,
I'm
I
gonna slide. I'm
yeah.
going to slide. All right.
All right.
So these mountains, according to the Earth's size, should be behind 50 miles of curvature. They should be 50 miles below the curvature, but we can see them. What would that tell you? Would that tell you that the Earth is flat?
It might tell us we're on a bigger ball than we're on, Dave.
Yeah, might do that. We might be on I don't know, a golf ball type ball, you know, with little pockets in it. Could be in a cylinder.
Or what about, I do not heights of them mountains, unless you reference it to a flat plane.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't it be nice if he just gave him the answer?
You asking me that?
I'm asking you that.
I don't know, because I know that the Earth, because it's made of dirt, it tends to fall from one thing to another. It's never stay the same due to the
Yes.
fact that it is created from dirt. So the mountains
Sure.
can be one place or one way today and another place. So do you
Well-
know for sure and without a doubt that the Earth is flat?
How many times is that, PJ?
I think that's about 8 now. 8, 9. I mean, that's not kidding. It's definitely about 8, 9. I could have miscounted, and it's actually more, but it's definitely not less.
It's mental. Just pay attention, people. This guy's going on every channel possible, telling people that he cannot prove Earth's flat. And you really want him going around calling himself F.E. Dave, Flat Earth Dave? No, I don't. Get yourself over to True Earth, mate. Call yourself True Earth Dave and stay there.
That's it. That's it.
What's your definition of flat? Is flat a perfectly smooth surface? Because then no, it's not flat.
Do you know for sure and without a doubt that the Earth is flat?
10.
I know for sure, without a doubt, that there is no curvature. So if something doesn't have curvature, then it's what?
You
You know
something
for
sto-
sure and without a doubt that the Earth is flat.
I keep asking me, Jesse, but if something doesn't have curvature,
This is just deceptive. It's got to the point where it's deceptive. He's asking you a question. You say, "Well, I'm telling you." Well, you're asking him to answer your question, Dave. You should be answering because you're the expert on it. It is not a good representation, Oxford Bridge. Oxford Spirit. Oxbow Spirit. Oh, wow, Oxford. It's because I read Oxford earlier on. I'm like, Oxbow. Wow, Oxford. Oxford.
You know when, you know when there's no curvature, mate, it's flat. Right.
I know for a fact that there's no curvature. Well, why can't you say it's flat then? Why? It's not hard to deduce that.
then it's what?
Do you know for sure that the Earth is flat without a doubt?
If something isn't moving,
Something isn't moving, it's still. That doesn't make it flat.
then it's what?
Why are you not answering my question so we can move on?
Because the answer is what is the definition of flat? Like, is a table flat?
You don't
Take a
know what
microscope, look
flat.
at-
Wow. Michael, if you're talking, you're on mute.
Wow, really?
Yeah, you did it last time as well. You stopped and went again, and I thought, oh, why did he do that? And I looked to get you on mute.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, reason I'm on mute is our lass is making loads of noise in background. Yeah, David didn't ask you to define flat. He asked
No.
you if Earth were flat.
Aye. Aye.
This is dishonesty.
It is.
Highest point, I'm telling you.
It is.
Table. Take a microscope, look at a table.
You don't
can
know
see
what-
hills and valleys on
You
there.
don't know
Is it
what
flat?
flat is, but yet you
Well-
call yourself a flat earth expert? What the?
Yes. Yes. Let me ask you a question. You look at it. You look.
See, and that is it for me. You
Yeah,
know, when
that's
he
it.
just said that, you call yourself Flat Earth Dave, and you can't answer my question.
Yeah.
Why do you call yourself Flat Earth Dave then?
That's
Yeah.
it. If you
All
can't,
people watching this think this guy is a moron.
it's like he's got gets an adverse reaction to saying the word flat and he can't say it or something. It's ridiculous. Why didn't you answer it? I mean, okay, maybe the first one took you by surprise. The second time, I would have answered the first time, but why not the second time? This is 11, 12 times now.
It's not. He can't say it because he's not Flat Earther.
Yeah,
It's True Earth. Yeah.
that's it. That's it. Yeah, and then don't to be excommunicated, communicate from to her.
True Earth might be a big ball, bigger than the ball we've been told.
Oh yeah, of course. Of course.
True Earth has a replacement gravity.
Mm.
True Earth might even have space.
Well, then you need to
So-
change the name.
So
of the
if
town.
it's possibly a bigger ball than what you say it is, Dave, then where does your aliens come from then? Space?
That's what I've just said, yeah.
Yeah.
That exists.
Hmm.
You're opening back up. In fact, you might as well just go back to being a baller, Dave. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, right, but you might as well just go back to heliocentrism and spend your Bitcoin instead of giving it away.
Yeah. Get yourself a globe app to make money off.
But stop going round talking about flat Earth because you aren't a flat earther.
You look at your kitchen table and it looks flat, but then you take an electron microscope and look at it. There's mountains and valleys on there. Is it flat?
But you won't answer my question as if. No, I'm just playing.
Is your kitchen table flat?
But you won't answer. You're the expert.
I'm going to
here.
answer I'm going to answer
You're
it if
the
you answer
expert
that.
here on
Is your
flat.
kitchen
You're the
table
expert
flat?
here on flat Earth, right? And
Yeah.
and you came highly recommended.
Thank
and you can't even answer the question if you know for sure and without a doubt that the Earth is flat. How can you be a flat earther and you don't know what flat is?
Clutch, I don't like to use that word if possible, but it sure does look that way, mate.
It does look that way. It does.
Yeah, I hear you, Daniel, man, and you did right, mate. You know. He's a used car salesman. He's a snake oil salesman. It just goes on, tickles ears, you know, and in the meantime, making Flat Earth look stupid.
Yeah. Wise choice, Daniel. Wise choice.
I'm really a true earther, a level plane, non-rotating earther.
So you're not a flat earther.
There it goes. He's a true earther, a non-rotating earther. He's not a flat earther because you can't prove Earth's flat.
Yeah. Call yourself flatearthdave.com.
Yeah, change your name, mate, to True Earth Dave. Stop going on all these channels telling people that you're a flat earther and flat earthers think this and flat earthers say this. No, get yourself on there as trueearthdave.com
Right.
and talk about your true earth. You know, your big ball, your replacement gravity, your aliens from beyond ice walls. Go and talk about all that crap.
Hi.
earther.
I'm going to answer the question if you answer this question.
You're a
Your
true
kitchen
earthy and
table.
not a flat earthy?
I'm going to tell you that the earth is flat if you answer this question.
No, you keep asking me questions. I'm asking your
Is
question.
your kitchen table flat?
I don't have one.
Is your desk flat? Is the desk that you have flat?
Do you know for sure and without a doubt that the Earth is flat? Expert.
In your definition of flat, if your desk is flat, if your floor is flat, then the Earth is flat.
Well, I don't have a floor. I have a dirt floor.
You're standing on a floor right now. Come on, Jesse.
No, I'm standing on a stage.
You're on a stage. So is the stage flat?
It's kind of round.
Oh, come on. Is it flat? I'm not talking about the
There
exterior.
are
I'm talking
portions
about the
of it
surface.
that are flat, but there are portions that are round. And so, do you know for sure and without a doubt that the Earth is flat?
If you describe something as not having curvature as being flat, then yes, for sure, I know that it's flat.
I'm sorry?
If something does not curve, then it is flat.
So you don't know for sure if the
I
Earth is
do.
flat.
I do know that the Earth does not curve. There is no
Wow.
curvature.
But you,
Wow. He still couldn't say it when he even said, I do know. I do know that the Earth don't curve. Say flat. What's wrong with you? If you're a flat earther, if you've got all these proofs of flat Earth, you're punting your app and all that because of all the proofs, because you're so sure. You should be able to say that one word pertaining to what you believe, and you can't. Unbelievable. No, he doesn't talk for me. And oh, Michael, if you're talking, you're on mute again.
Oh yeah, well,
Sorry, dude.
right. We're gonna have to knock about this because our lass has cut her finger and she's moaning about stitches.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not rushing it, right? But let's get through it.
Get through it. Okay. Cool.
For
you're,
sure.
you're saying everything but what I'm asking.
Yeah.
I thought I answered the question pretty good.
Not
Right
yet.
there.
You didn't
Not
answer
yet.
at all.
I need.
Do I know?
You answered it terribly. You answered it with the question.
The question,
You
yeah.
answered it grinning and dancing.
Mm-hmm. With your
For sure that the Earth is flat.
Yeah,
There's
we have
two
to,
options.
Let your yes
so-
be yes and your no's be no. Do
All right.
you know for sure that the Earth is flat?
Dave, do you realize you're being asked a question where yes or no is the answer?
It's a 50-50.
He might be actually flipping a coin on this.
Well, he could be. You can't see his other hand.
Since you're forcing me to answer this, I will answer it. It is either
forcing you.
flat.
Forcing you to answer it. You've been on circuit 8-10 years, mate, preaching this crap. And now all of a sudden somebody's bending your arm to answer whether Earth's flat or not.
Why can't you say it? If you believe it, why can't you say it? It's especially when you make your part of your living this way. Difficult. Yes.
It's honest,
Or a million times bigger than they tell us.
So what?
It's either flat or a million times bigger than they tell us, so we can't detect any curvature.
So you
Because at
don't
the
know
size
for
that it
sure.
is,
I take it back. Change your name from True Earth Dave to Baltard Dave.
Yeah, big bolt on Dave.
Big Baltard Dave.com.
Wow.
So you don't
Well,
know
well-
for sure if it's flat or not.
He doesn't.
here, I'll tell you this. If the Earth was a million times bigger than they told us, that means there's a million times more, the number of continents and a million times.
Voy, if this is how he wants to leap stage, he can leap stage with my foot up his ass.
I didn't know how people could take him seriously after this.
But let this be a lesson to you, you know. Just because I've showed you some truth, don't mean that good guy.
No.
And it's taking a small channel like me to talk about this, you know.
That's it.
Come on.
That's it.
The resources, that's a big problem. I'll go with that. So it's either a million times bigger or more, or it's flat.
And so you don't know for sure then if it's flat. You're just taking a guess as
No.
the other people who say that is round like a ball So the round ball people are taking a guess about it, and you're taking a guess about it because you don't know for sure that it's flat. You don't
So-
know for sure and without a doubt that it's flat, right?
So the people that say the Earth is a globe, they have dimensions. We've disproven those dimensions.
But you
So
still didn't
we
prove
know
anything.
for sure. We know for sure that it's
No, Dave, you've not proved nothing.
The thing.
Other people with more integrity have proved the Earth's flat.
You've proved how hypocrisy works.
You've proved, all you've proved is you're a deceiver.
Yeah.
You're not honest. You don't care whether Earth's flat or a globe. You're about making money, mate.
I mean, this could have been a good opportunity to kind of witness to this guy about flat Earth, and even Christ, but none of it. None of it. None of it.
JLP, no pushback really, from what I've seen. But he's not stupid. You know, it might seem slow, but he's not stupid. You know,
Right.
that's why he's holding Dave's feet to the fire, because he's picked up on this. He's seen that Dave can't answer this question.
That's right.
You know, this guy might never ever come to the truth now because of Dave.
I mean, I dare say because
Cheers, Dave. Cheers, Dave. You
I mean,
said
I hope his experience with Dave that he does talk to another flat earther.
JLP, if you're listening, get me and PJ on.
Absolutely, dude. I'll tell you.
not a
For
globe.
sure,
the size
I'm
that they
that the
For
Earth
sure.
is flat.
You can't prove that the Earth is flat.
Well,
You try to
because I don't
prove
know
that the
all
Earth is not.
possibilities.
You
I
try to
don't know all
prove that the Earth is
possibilities.
not round by saying it's not round, but it's flat. But you don't have any. You don't know for sure and without a doubt that it's flat either.
not flat like this. This is not real. This is what you'll find. If
But you
look
don't
for
know
flat.
that.
Well, we know it's not this.
You don't know that.
But you don't.
We do.
No, you don't. You don't even know if it's flat or not.
Well, it's your
You don't know this at all, David.
You don't know.
It's like you don't even know this. It could be. You're saying it could be round. It could be a million times size ball. So you don't know for sure. And with that a fact, and with that a doubt that the Earth is flat. So it could be that. It could be that. As far as you're concerned, Dave, he's right. It's not. Just so happens, but the dude's right. In your own mind, it could be that.
Might as well be that.
Might as well.
Yeah, Jesse is a wrecking ball. I'm sorry to say that, like, a non-flat Earth channel is absolutely demolishing Dave Wise. It's crazy.
definition of flat.
But let me ask this. I'll move on since you don't know for sure and without a doubt. But let me
Well,
ask.
flat or a million times bigger. I think that either one of those says something.
So it could be round, but it's just million times bigger than what.
Right. So,
You said it.
if it were a million times bigger, it would still be curved. And
Yep.
water cannot curve.
And you still need a 90. And you can't from above, no matter how big it is.
It could be a million times, 10 million times, 50 million times, right? Water don't behave that way.
No. No.
That's before we even started with measuring and cell nav and all that.
You can see, so it could be round then, right?
That is true. But think
I
about
read
this.
my case.
What if
We
the,
still
what
don't have
if
proof that it's flat.
are hiding a million times the number of continents? What if they're hiding?
What if? What
See,
if?
This is why I think they've come up with true Earth geometry, because they're pushing globe stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Dave's pushing his bigger ball. Then they're pushing the dielectric acceleration replacement gravity bollocks. And I'm leaning to think that they're even talking about space could be real.
Aye.
It's mental.
We'll get to that point.
We'll call ourselves True Earth Light, you know.
Aye.
Keep
Wow.
it. Keep it.
Aye. Go and keep it.
that resources, civilizations. What if? We don't know. So I believe it's a level, stationary, non-rotating plane. Every test done through time, through history, that
I
looks
know,
for
but
axial rotation.
you can't do a what if. If the frog didn't have a glass ass, he wouldn't have broken when he jumped either.
No, exactly.
So you can't.
Apparently, there's no test possible to prove what you've just said, Dave.
Mm.
You know, Dave said every test proves that we're not rotating, but apparently, there's no test possible.
That's right.
I think you'd have to get off this reference in order to see that,
You would. You'd
And
have to be able to do that.
and you can't.
Do what if. You're just doing what the round earthers are doing. You're doing the
No,
same
I'm
thing.
not. You
You're
can't
trying
say
to
that. You
prove-
can't say that.
You're trying to
can't say
prove
that.
that the round earth is not round, but you don't know for sure that it's flat, and I understand that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Jesse, if the Earth was a million times bigger than they told us, that means they're hiding a lot of stuff from us. That's a
See,
problem.
it's just
Right, but the point is, it
Same thing
could
with
be
flat.
that. So still don't have the
I say
proof
it's flat.
without a
Right.
doubt that it's flat. You just
He doesn't care about saying it's flat, but he wants to push the well, if it is a globe big, like a million times bigger, then look how much more land that they could be hiding.
Right. So, how can you call yourself Flat Earth Dave if you don't want to admit Earth's flat?
Exactly. You can't.
Then you're a liar.
Exactly.
You've got a false name. You're going on YouTube channels under a false name.
Right.
Yeah. Weasel Earth, Michael Jones.
Might as well be.
WeaselEarth.com.
saying,
Right.
well, if it's round, they're hiding something from us. But it still doesn't prove. It still doesn't prove that it is flat. Right?
Well, so the thing
Is
is,
that right?
what is flat is the question. So yes, it doesn't prove that it's just.
Wow. Right.
Flat is the question.
Did you see that? Did everybody see that? Yeah.
I did.
There's no excuse for this, Dave, mate. There's no excuse. Yeah. I liked your channel for a while. I liked some of the things you did, some of the demonstrations you did. But this is unacceptable.
It's deception. It's deceit. You're just not being truthful at all.
What a joke.
Flat like you're pigeonholing me to. But
I
since we
rest
can
my
prove-
case.
You're a flat earther. You want pigeonholing into it. Wow.
Oh wow.
I'm not getting mad. I'm just being loud for the sake of it. Like, I'm not mad because I already knew this, Dave. I knew this 5 years ago. I knew this as soon as I did Behind the Curve.
Mm-hmm.
Earth rotating with Bob Silly Gyro. I knew all this then. I knew these people weren't real. You know, to want to take flat Earth to mainstream, what? So you can look like famous. Hey, look at us. Yeah, I knew all that then. So none of this comes as a surprise.
He's got no right making money from flat Earth at all. To be honest, not after this performance.
To be honest, dull.
Aye. Singing on the brew.
Get breadline, pal.
Aye.
That's
Gotta get up, gotta get out.
the fact that he's loaded just tells me that who else has he been scamming in life? This can't be his first hustle. No way.
Well,
That free Bitcoin you're getting for flat Earth. Who did you rob that off, mate? Because you robbed it off somebody.
aye.
Since we can prove that it's not a globe nearly like they say.
But you haven't even proved that it's not a globe. The globe might be
I
so
can.
big you can't see
If you-
around it.
Well, you know what? If it's flat or a million times bigger, I'm a million times bigger earther.
What?
Okay. Either way,
that makes
either way, the deception. You know, Jesse, the whole deception. You know, people say, well, why would they lie? When you take away, when the people say, well, what about boats over the horizon? What about seasons? What about sunsets? What about, you know, all of these things that they think are proofs of the globe? When they take the time and look at the evidence and see that these things actually work perfectly on a flat Earth, they go, what difference does it make? Why would they lie?
Why
would they
is
lie?
it important to you that for people to know that it's flat?
Because when it brought me to God.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did.
No.
What do you mean no?
Tell him, JLB. You tell him that.
Wow.
It didn't bring you to God because you don't know it's flat. You've danced around this question, what, 12 times?
Oh, more. Absolutely more.
Wow. What? This is a walking contradiction. No wonder Jesse's
The
laughing.
earth cannot bring you to God.
Well,
Yeah.
no, the understanding of where we live made me see that there is God. And then my relationship with God grew from there.
No.
And
That God who was a moron.
Mm-hmm. No, Jess is right. Completely right.
Is right. And this guy, he can mold himself into whatever fits on that channel. It's sickening.
no,
Your relationship cannot grow from science because you
No.
said you didn't believe in God, you believe in science.
I did.
And knowing whether the earth is flat or round cannot bring you to God either. But why is it important to you that people know that the earth is
Let me tell you something, right? Both on you. Only God can bring you to God.
Yep. Absolutely.
If you think otherwise, you put yourself before God.
flat?
Because in this world, there's so much deception going on, and the best place to commune with God is in your silent prayer in nature. Nature doesn't lie. Nature, I say, the natural world is God's world, and
No, wrong again. Nature, what we call the natural world, is God's creation.
Yep.
He's outside of that creation because he created it.
Yep. Absolutely.
they want to take us away from that. They put us on a heliocentric ball that's doing spinning and whirling and twirling, doing crazy things in it.
Aren't you on that ball? But it's bigger.
Yeah, but it's bigger, so we're doing bigger
You're on
spirals,
that ball, you know.
bigger orbits, bigger spirals, bigger corkscrews, bigger oscillations, bigger elliptical orbits, and all that. Yeah, just bigger.
Just a bigger roller coaster ride, Dave.
An expanding, ever expanding universe, and that keeps people busy, lost, out of control, not knowing where they are. Right. So if in the heliocentric system, this is what people believe. We're spinning at 1,000 miles an hour on the equator. We're orbiting the sun at 66,600 miles an hour, a speed that you can't even fathom. And we're chasing the sun at 500,000 miles per hour. Right. And so, but we can't.
But if you're on a bigger ball, Dave, you're still doing that same thing.
Hi.
Do you see any flat Earths doing this?
No.
No.
Feel any of those motions, right? And all of those motions are curved motions. Like people say, well, I'm in an airplane, I can't feel the motion. Well, if that airplane wanted to mimic the slowest speed, which is the spin of the Earth, you'd have to double the speed of the airplane. You'd have to remove the outer shell of the airplane, and you'd have to nosedive down at 1 mile per minute to follow the curve of the Earth. And don't tell me you're not going to feel that, right?
What a mess. You said you said that the best
Go
place to do what with God in nature. What did you say?
I said that nature doesn't lie. Nature is created by God.
What did you say about? Did you say the best place to do something with God? Is it nature?
If you wanna connect with God, what's a better place to do it? In a busy household with Wi-Fi and people making noises, or maybe to sit in nature and have an experience with the Creator?
You're never gonna find God.
You want to say something, PJ?
Yeah, you know, just wherever you want, Dave. You don't have to be in a quiet place. You don't have to. I mean, preferably be in a quiet place, obviously, but you can be anywhere you want to connect with God. You've got a direct line.
I could be in a rave,
Aye,
and God could talk to me if He wanted to.
absolutely.
Not put God in a box, Dave.
No.
By sitting in nature looking for Him.
Well, not looking for him, just you're just having a moment doing your silent prayer.
But you're not going to find God in nature. He's created nature. He controls nature, but that's not where you find Him.
Well, what if you've already found him?
But you haven't.
At all?
No.
Okay. How do you know that? How do you know that?
Because you think you found Him through science. And you
No,
think
I didn't
you
find him through science. Science hid him from me.
What?
Science.
Oh, I
hid
thought you
God
said you
from
didn't
me.
believe in God. You believed in science.
No,
I did for all my growing up all my life.
I disagree. Science didn't hide God at all.
Mm,
Maybe a belief in science stopped you seeking God, but it didn't hide God.
mm. And I can't see you as being very scientific, really, Dave, the way you're going on. To be honest, I just think it's other stuff you've had, and you just
There's many believers in God who believe in a globe.
Yep. Yep.
I believed in science. Scientism is a religion. It's a fake religion. Science is real.
Right.
They don't give us real science.
There is real science out there and fake science, but
You don't know nothing about science, Dave.
Yeah.
Let's be clear on that.
I'm still not seeing how you find God in nature.
Well, it's
Even though
just a
He controlled nature, but that's not where we find Him.
Well, I'm not saying. I'm saying it's a place to get away.
Jesse's wrong there as well, like, because the only places where we can find God is in nature, because we're in this created realm, so we're in nature.
Right.
So we can only find God from within here. We can't get out of here to find God.
Absolutely. It says turn over a rock and I am there. You know what I mean?
So you're both wrong.
Mm-hmm.
From all of the distractions that distract us from finding our true self, finding God within ourselves. It's in your silent prayer, you said, clear your head, right? God's within you, and hold your hands up, because what? God's above you, right? That's what you say in your silent prayer.
No,
Yes?
I don't say clear your head. I say become aware of what's happening in your head. You are
Perfect,
not your
perfect.
thoughts, right? But
You're
I
right,
want to
right.
do this because, and I want to hear more about your science, flat Earth stuff. But
I'm going to have a listen to JLP, because I can imagine he's not got his head screwed on where God's concerned, like.
Yeah, no, a little bit of what I had there
Well, yeah.
seemed a bit dodgy. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, new age BS, Chuck, definitely.
I just want to, for my own understanding, you don't know for sure and without a doubt that the Earth is flat. You're pretty much doing what the round earthers think.
That's
They
not
say
true.
that it's round, like and they say that, and then the flat earthers say it's flat. So you just have two different opposing view about what the Earth is.
Not even.
That's a very unfair analogy. Let me give you an analogy. Let's say we're on. There's a road and it's 100 miles long and it's straight, and we can only see a couple miles down that road before perspective kind of limits our view. And I say, well, that road is straight, and the Glober says, oh no, that road is curving to the
David,
right.
hold that thought. Let me take a quick break, all right? Don't go
Okay.
nowhere. 888-7753-773. Back in a moment. We have a counseling service, and I have to admit, thanks to God. It is the best counseling service on this side of heaven. I counsel with men and women, families, individuals around the world. Most people are unhappy, they're miserable, they have rough lives, they're depressed, suicidal, young and old, of all races. I understand, I know why, and I do understand it. Because exactly what's happening in me is happening with everybody outside of me, inside of them. And I've noticed that with those who really, really, really want to understand, they overcome it just like that, out of one counseling session. If you need counseling, you can go to rebuildingaman.com or call 800-411-2663. 800-411-BOND. Best counseling service on this side of heaven.
What's this?
Oh, this is the break. He's having a break. Yeah, no, it's not finished. He's having a break. I'm just going to shift it forward.
right.
I was just listening to the prayer to see what it said, the silent prayer I'm saying.
I should have gone to the toilet while that
Let's say we have a road. It's 100 miles long. We can only see a couple miles down the road due to our vision.
Yeah. Do it next again. I need to. I don't know what's going off today. I think I've had too many coffees.
I do it all the time, man. I do it all
Can't
the
stop going to the toilet, man. I apologize, everybody, but PJ will have me back.
No probs. No
And
probs.
it's straight. And I could zoom in all the way to the end to 100 miles, and that's as far as my zoom will go. A glober says, well, that road is actually turning to the right.
You're a glober. You're just a big glober, remember?
And I can prove that it's not because we can see beyond where it should be turning. So the glober has been proven wrong. Now you say, well, do you know that that road's 100 miles? Well, I know that that it's not more.
Everything you say from now on, though, Dave, has just got to be a contradiction of what you said on this show here, this performance. Everything's got to be a contradiction. I dare say you just look at our followers, obviously, but I don't understand how people could take them seriously after this.
I don't know. I can't see past that, but I can tell you that it's not curving. So if it's not curving, it's not a sphere. It's not curving.
Wow, it's not curving. It's not a sphere. It's flat. Why? You can't even say that.
Right? So the Earth is measurably flat. It's straight. It's level. It's non-rotating. So if it's not rotating, and it's not curving, then it's level and flat.
I used to go down to Miss Seeker and Mr. Robert house.
Does anybody see these contradictions?
Absolutely.
It's like you can't answer the man when he asks if Earth's flat, but yet you keep saying Earth's flat.
But we know it's not a
What is
globe.
it, Dave?
Yeah, but we know it's not a globe. But yet it could be a bigger globe. It makes no sense. You're saying we know it's not a globe. We've proved it's not a globe. You
Is
see,
this guy reading off a script? Because that would answer why he's saying things and doesn't know he's saying them.
yeah, glaring contradictions, TV, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Yeah, without a doubt. I've done enough tonight. Tonight, I mean today.
Where's my mate Sitting Bull who were all against this video at the beginning? Like, where is he now?
I know, he kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
Right.
House, and their house, it was in a curve. When you're driving down to their house, it was in a curve, and you can see the car curving, and the little guide thing on there shows that the car is curving. Are you saying that road wasn't really curving?
No, I'm not. I'm saying if the road curves, the road curves. If it doesn't curve, it doesn't curve.
What a statement. What a statement.
You'd be on a tennis ball, though, in that case, wouldn't you? Like,
If it curves, it curves. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's a position to have, Dave. That's a good position. I can see that you're steadfast in
Earth
his beliefs.
curve.
go on.
I'm saying I can see that he's steadfast in his beliefs. You know what I mean? Wow.
What he believes.
He's fickle. He's fickle or just lying.
Oh, okay.
There
It's-
is no curvature.
And when is your?
So Jesse, I can say
So you
I am
see,
100%.
you see this?
That has curvature.
This has curvature.
That is curvature. I can say without a doubt that that is a sphere.
Amazing. And then,
Oh,
and
you
what?
can say that without a doubt. You can say for sure and without a doubt that that is a sphere, but you can't say for sure and without a doubt that the Earth is flat. Wow, you just said it there, dude. Again, in umpteen different ways.
What is this?
That I can say without a doubt that the surface of that is level. I mean, I see it has a little dome over it, but I don't know. I'm not saying that the Earth is like that. I'm not saying that that's the end of the Earth and it's floating in space. That's not what I'm saying. 'Cause we can't go beyond Antarctica and explore.
So what is your
That
proof that the
disproves
Earth is flat?
Sorry?
How does that disprove space?
I know.
I'm not saying Earth's floating in space because we can't go beyond Antarctica to find out.
That made no sense at all, did it?
No.
Yeah, I think he's reaching for things now.
Reaching.
Yeah, he just wants to hold on to these. He just wants to put this alien thing in the.
Reaching that far is in my pocket.
It's almost stretched across the Pacific, the Atlantic and the Pacific. Wow, worldwide, Dave, worldwide.
Terrible, man.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't curve.
But that's easy to say that. I can say
It's
it.
not easy to say that. You
I
actually
can
have to go
say
out and
that.
measure.
I can say that it does curve.
How? Can you prove it? Because I can show you that it doesn't.
But when I'm on the airplane, I can sense that we're going around something. Show me your graphic of the Earth being flat.
I don't agree with that. I've been in a plane. I don't. Well, obviously, I didn't sense it but I don't believe people sense it going around somewhere.
So you get on an airplane, right?
Mm.
It takes off and it rises and rises to cruising altitude. Then they get cart out, with beers on and food.
Aye.
And whenever there's any turbulence or they're ready to descend, that cart goes away. The
Absolutely.
only reason that carter is out is because that plane's flying level.
Level. Mm.
Otherwise, it'd be rolling from one end of the plane to other, and it don't.
Yep. And gyroscope recorded.
If the plane were flying around the globe, that cart would constantly be at front of the plane if nobody were holding it.
Aye. Gyroscope would record any kind of movement.
Globe Earth debunked by plane cart.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Show you a graphic of the Earth being flat.
Yeah, don't you have something to show me?
Yeah, of course.
Let me see it.
Oh, it comes so, fuck up.
When
Yeah.
the higher we go, the higher they say you got to go higher. You got to go higher to see the Earth's curvature. Here's 127,000 feet. The Earth is supposedly spinning at 1,000 miles an hour.
It's not what he asked.
It's not at all.
Below this balloon, but the balloon landed right near where it took off after being up there for 3 hours. So that shows that the Earth isn't spinning, and the horizon looks pretty darn level. From there, this is see this one. This is another shot showing a level horizon, 120,000 feet.
Well, that could be a curve on a huge ball.
No,
Just looks flat because it's so big, Dave.
That's it, Dave.
You will relinquish any argument of this when you said Earth could be a bigger ball.
Just a million times bigger.
All these proofs here, Dave, level and flat, you threw in bin when you said Earth could be a bigger ball.
But it's just been simple, Dave. You just needed to say yes the first time you asked the question.
Yeah. TV, there is no kumbaya. If we're gonna have kumbaya, we'd all be an hive mind, all believing same thing. You know, while ever there's people who free think and have different opinions, there can never be no kumbaya.
That's it. We're not Borgs, man. We're not Borgs.
But people on an airplane will say, "Oh, I see the curvature." Jesse, if you were on a perfectly, level area, you're out on the water or the salt flats, whatever, you can only see a certain distance before perspective creates a horizontal lie zone known as the horizon. So when I'm looking forward at 12 o'clock, I can see a certain distance. When I look over at 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock, I can see the same distance. And if I look at all of those points in between, that creates a big flat circle of vision. And people see that curve, and because of their brainwashing, they're like, "Oh, the Earth is a sphere." No, that's just the limit of your vision. You see in an equal circle in all directions.
No.
That curve that you see is flat. Like if you put your head in the middle of a hula hoop, that edge of the hula hoop is the limit of your vision, and it's flat. It's not a sphere.
But the hula hoop itself is round.
Yeah, well,
right.
That's an analogy. I'm just using.
Round is not mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
From flat.
No, it's not. It's not.
A little demonstration.
Oh, okay.
I'm showing you that we can see certain distances. I just want to show you the helio nonsensical system.
Okay.
On how absolutely crazy.
Do you know if David have had any game, JLP would have been a flat earther, I think.
Oh, aye.
Because he's got very little pushback.
Mm.
The pushback he has got a weak argument.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But Dave, mate, what are you doing?
I just hope he decides to talk to a more reputable flat earther, someone that's more truthful.
Or even me, or PJ.
Anybody? Yes, absolutely.
At least we can tell you we know Earth's flat.
Without a doubt.
How we know it's flat, we can tell you that. Might not be best of flat earthers, but we can tell you that.
Mm.
I would not be going around telling other people it's flat if I couldn't prove it myself.
That's it. That's it. Dave dropped
crazy. How crazy it is. So I was showing you how we're spiraling all around. This is a rocket sled called the Hypersonic Sled Track. Watch it go. Watch carefully. It goes by at Mach 8.6, which is 8.6 times the speed of sound. That speed is so fast you can barely fathom it. You have to believe, if you believe in the heliocentric model, that we're on a ball, a lumpy rock, surrounded by smooth, curved water, that no one's ever seen the curve, surrounded by high-pressure air, adjacent to a zero-pressure void of space. All of these things are impossible. And we're moving 10 times faster than this around the sun and 100 times faster than that chasing the sun. And we don't feel it. But when we go out into nature and they tell us this is going on, all of this spiraling, we can look at the water and we could say, hey, that doesn't show any movement, right? When we look at water, water tells us we're not moving. The science of water, actual science, water is level, makes a perfect reflection. There is no convexity. Well, the Earth is so big, Dave, you can't see the curvature.
The science of water.
Oh, I like it. I like it. Brilliant. Yeah, good observations and that there to do with the water, Dave. But you, like Michael said earlier, a English all kind of claims to that when you said it was a big ball.
Yeah. That lake just looks flat, Dave, because you're on a bigger ball.
Aye. Aye. It's in a golf ball pocket, one of them dimples. You know what I mean? Ridiculous.
But I want you to believe you see boats go over the horizon, right? At just 3 miles away on a globe the size that they tell us, 24,901 miles around, there's 6 feet of curvature.
Yeah, we know that Grizzly Light, but he's making he's destroying a flat earther at the minute.
Well,
Sorry, a true earther, not a flat.
yes, yeah.
But yeah,
There's like call himself Flat Earth Dave for some reason.
we'll
Wow.
have to have a little look at JLP. We're closer look at him anyway.
Definitely.
That means a 6 foot tall person standing at the edge of perfectly calm water cannot see the water beyond 3 miles because it's behind a physical curve, but we can. We can
Amazing.
zoom in on things far, far, far beyond where they tell us.
So the balloon that was spinning with it,
Yeah.
right? Was the atmosphere spinning with it as well?
Well, it's up out of the atmosphere. So we're told that
No.
the atmosphere, I'm going to answer your question right now. We're told that the atmosphere is kind of velcroed to the earth because of gravity, right? But somehow we have summer breezes that blow left and right. Now the earth is spinning to the east. That's what they tell us. So the sun would rise in the east and set in the west as we spin by. But up at like 45,000 feet, there's winds that are outrunning the spin of the earth. So we've sent balloons up that should land 3,000 miles out in the ocean, launched in out west. They should be 3,000. The earth should have spun 3,000 miles out, but they landed east of where they took off from. So somehow they outran the spin of the earth at 127,000 feet.
And so was the atmosphere spinning with it?
Well, the earth isn't spinning. You have to believe that the atmosphere spins with the earth. Winds can blow and ignore the locked in spin, or you can just believe that the earth is stationary. We're in an enclosed system, as God says on page 1 of the Bible, and that there's breezes left and right, and there's winds. The
Because
godly
I'm
wind.
slow, and I know you're saying a lot, but
Yeah.
so just give me a yes or no. I'm black and slow. Was
Okay.
the atmosphere spinning with it? Yes
Since
or
the
no?
earth is not spinning, no.
So the atmosphere is not spinning with it.
The earth is not spinning, so no.
Oh, okay. Do you know who Hake is? You ever heard of Hake of the HakeReport.com?
No.
Oh, you will now. Hake is here. He has a couple of questions for you.
Yeah,
And
no problem.
Hake has a show here on this network called the Hake, H-A-K-E Report.com. And he has on his little Flat Earther shirt right now.
Hey,
Do
hey,
you see
Flat
him?
Earth Dave.
Can
Hey,
he be shown?
I don't know if he can see me, but
Can you see him?
I cannot.
Oh, okay. I guess he can't be on there.
Who's this guy?
This Hick.
This guy.
He doesn't ask very decent questions.
I can imagine.
See.
That's all right.
I have Flat Earth fans, and I'm a ball tard. But so I'm wearing a Flat Earth shirt, even though I believe in the spinning ball through space thing.
Okay.
Um,
So go ahead. What's your question?
one of those was what makes you think that we would feel the spin?
Has this guy spent too much time with JLP? Because it sounds like him.
A little bit. A little bit.
You're stuck in your mouth, mate. arse. Wow. I'm sorry, JLP, but
Since we've always been spinning.
Well, because when you're in a car or an airplane going straight on a perfectly smooth road at a consistent speed, you can still feel that motion. But let's just say you can't. If that
Dev, why didn't you ask him what leads you to think that you're spinning?
Yeah.
That's a time for a question, to answer a question. There, right there. We're spinning. No. Where did you come to that conclusion?
Mm-hmm. Why would you?
car takes the slightest turn to the left or the right, or speeds up or slows down, imagine having a dinner plate filled with water in that car, and that car speeds up or slows down the tiniest bit, or takes the slightest turn. That water is out of the plate. We're curving off of a linear path is the same as acceleration. So when you curve, there's a force. But we're spinning at 66,000 miles an hour. We're chasing the sun in a curved circle, speeding up and slowing down. But but somehow we don't ever feel that. Is that I mean, you have to do mental gymnastics to believe in that.
I don't know. It sort of makes sense to me because, like you said, we're in like an enclosed system. We're like protected by the Earth, so the Earth is doing all that other stuff, and we don't even realize it. Except maybe when our vertigo goes away and we catch the vertigo, and then maybe at that point that's when we're feeling the spinning and stuff.
I don't follow what you're saying.
Have you ever experienced vertigo where you get really dizzy all of a sudden?
I know what it is. Yeah.
Maybe that thing in our brain is what's accounting for all that spinning, and we can handle it.
So the vertigo is stopping us from feeling these incredible spins and G-forces and turnings. You know, like
Maybe.
how come somebody that lives on the equator and then it goes to Alaska doesn't feel a difference? It's because the equator is spinning at 1,000 miles an hour and Alaska is spinning at 300 miles an hour.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, I think that you would have to have a major adjustment for that. We can spin, we can whirl, we can twirl, but you go 55 miles an hour in a car and you get car sick and throw up. Doesn't make any sense to me.
It makes sense to me because you think about inside of even a glass of water. When you pour something in a glass of water, like all the water is moving around inside of it every which way.
Yeah.
Even though it's still enclosed in that water.
Wow.
Yeah, but then when at rest, it lays flat. Water lies flat.
I don't know what water does because at tiny points, water becomes like.
You can't claim flat, Dave.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you're on a bigger ball.
Bigger circumference. Bigger radius. Bigger diameter.
like a ball.
Well, with surface tension, but anything bigger than a gallon of water at rest lies flat.
But at scale, we don't know what it does.
Well, we can measure it. We've gone out to frozen lakes and we could we measure where there should be curvature. And you know, water at rest when it lies flat. When it's super cold, it lies flat, and it freezes flat. So you know, we've gone out and we've done experiments where we you know, here's a lake right here, 8 miles long, and a guy went out there and it's 6 inches off the ground, so we know the height. He put these lights out there at 8 miles, 7 miles, 6 miles, and 5 miles. According to Globe Math, accounting for ridiculous, stupid refraction, these should be 30 feet behind the curve, 22 feet, 15 feet, and 9 feet, according to Globe Math, not Flat Earth Math. Globe Math with globe magical refraction added in just to give the globe the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
And we can see all of them.
Have you heard of diffraction? Because with diffraction, light can bend around corners. So maybe the lasers are curving too, since they're enclosed in the
so
Earth.
they're not lasers. These are just lights. These are just lights that we can see. And they're refracting up. If you know, let me ask you a question. If there's refraction that lifts things up from behind a curve,
Yeah.
how come refraction doesn't take a building over on the right and move it over to the left, or vice versa? If refraction was a real thing, we wouldn't be able to navigate. We'd be all over the place. All of these line up perfectly flat. How come they're not refracting up higher? How come they're not magically going up higher? Because this one has to refract up 30 feet to stop here. This one has to refract up 22 feet. This one has to refract up 15 feet and 9 feet, or maybe it's just flat. Don't make it weird.
I know, but you
Don't make it weird.
have you heard of diffraction?
Yeah,
Diffraction, it bends
I've
around
heard
corners.
of all of these concepts
Yeah.
of bending things around corners.
Yeah.
How come when I'm standing next to my house, I don't see the other house that's behind it? How come it doesn't bend around the corner? Because it doesn't happen. Yes, you can make a lens that'll show you something around a corner, but that's a physical lens that you're making. Reality shows us that the Earth is level, non-rotating. We can see too far. Is the Earth flat? It's either flat or a million times bigger than they're telling us.
I don't know. I don't necessarily buy that because
You don't
it
buy
depends.
that.
It depends on like the hotness of the air, the thickness of the air, the moisture in the air. There's all kinds of stuff going on. When you see heat, you can see the waves of the heat affecting your vision of what's behind that heat, those heat waves. So there's all
Understood.
kinds of stuff that happens with our sight and our vision and light and the Earth that I don't think that you're accounting for.
Well, you're saying that heat is making things appear and not appear, and
Yeah, they
hiding
turn like
things.
wavy. You've seen it turn
So-
wavy
oh,
under. next to, like, a
Absolutely.
car?
When you look through atmosphere, when you look up, you're looking through a tiny bit of atmosphere. When you look across, you're looking through all atmosphere.
Let me ask-
Go ahead.
You want
Say
to
No, go
something?
ahead.
What about the crispness of the atmosphere? I mean, the horizon.
Yeah, the horizon's
What
so
about-
crisp and clean and perfect. What else could it be but an obvious globe?
The horizon's so crisp and clean.
Yeah.
Is that really something that you want to say?
Yeah.
Okay. So here we go. Let me ask you a question.
But
Is
what
that
about
horizon-
the crisp?
Is this horizon crisp and clean?
No, that's Hawaii.
No, that's
Hold on.
crisp and clean. Yeah.
This is the Earth curve right here, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
Yes. So pay attention, Jesse. Take a look. I'm zooming in. Now what are this? What are these things out here? What are these?
You know,
These are dolphins. These are dolphins jumping that are far beyond that line.
Oh,
They're
I
far
thought those
beyond
was
it. So
illegal aliens.
are they jumping behind the curve and getting up over? Hey, look at me! I'm jumping over the curve. Or is this just where our eyes can't resolve the distance anymore?
What the?
These are dolphins. This is water. You just can't see it because it becomes unresolvable.
Going on there as well.
But I can
It's
see
the way
that
our
there's
eyes work.
water and there are dolphins up.
Definitely mirroring going on there as well. Not just what he's saying, like they're jumping in, you know what I mean? He thinks they're jumping into view. And I can't remember what he said, but there's definitely a mirror going on as well. He didn't mention that.
Put up in the water.
Yeah, but they're way past what you just said was Earth curvature. They're way past it, right?
Cool.
Let me show you something.
But that
so you-
doesn't prove anything.
Yeah, I don't think
yes,
that-
it does. It proves
No,
that
because-
your crisp horizon
Yeah.
isn't a crisp horizon. It's a fuzzy horizon.
That's not true.
That is true. It is a fuzzy horizon. Even the globe, the
That's not fuzzy to me,
the
though.
globe trolls
Is
that,
that
are
fuzzy?
out here, the anti-flat earthers,
Yeah.
they'll admit that the horizon, you can't see it. That it's an apparent location. That's because the Earth is flat, but they want to claim other things.
Come on, man.
So
Amazing.
let me show you something else, Jesse. Check this out. This is hard.
While you're showing this evidence, you made a quick proclamation that's because the earth is flat. That was it.
Dum-dum-dum.
Yeah, just done. That was the first time you ever said it, but it was a quick thing. You know what I mean? Just pass in. That doesn't give you, that doesn't redeem you, dude. Doesn't redeem you. Wow.
Hard for people. It's easy to understand. I'm going to talk slow because you're slow. So I'm just using this lit part of the water all the way up to right there where it turns dark.
Yeah.
Now this distance here, let's call that 100 yards, maybe 200 yards. Call it a quarter mile if you want. It's not, because I know where this is. And this from here to here, let's just call it a quarter of a mile. No, it's not even. But then from my finger to that line is 10 miles.
That's cool.
So all of the information has to be.
Prove that, Dave.
Yeah, you don't know that.
Prove that. I'm
Yeah.
looking at about 3 miles from where I can see on that image,
Mm-hmm.
depending on my observer, right?
Hmm.
So how the chuff is your finger 10 miles?
I can see a slight rainbow there as well, I think.
Oh, but come on, like.
I know. I mean, look, you can see things on the horizon.
Really? You can see that camera is literally just above water.
Yeah, and you can see things on the horizon.
This is a magician at work. This is witchcraft.
Yeah.
Dave, what's that necklace around your neck, mate? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, what is that?
Pushed in.
Yeah, TB, let's just say it's whatever you want to pull out your ass.
Yeah.
to that. So let's take a look. Let me show you what I mean. So from here to here is a quarter of a mile, not even.
Do you
That's
know?
a quarter of a mile. That's another quarter of a mile.
Is that necklace around his neck? Is that medallion a flat earth? Like a flat earth stamp type thing? If you have a look at it.
It became something like it became some kind of mason on a YouTube stream, and I would believe that's that necklace he got.
Oh, is it? Okay. It looks like a flat earth disc type shape thing.
Sorry, Karen, if that's what you say it is like, but I can remember when it became some kind of mason on a YouTube stream.
Oh, I didn't see that by Karen. No, I was thinking it looked like a flat earth. I was looking at it and it looked like a flat earth map sort of thing.
We'll let that one go then, Karen. It's still in bad books.
No, aye. Good, yeah.
That's another quarter of a mile. That's another one. You can't even see them anymore because you can't resolve it, right? So if I'm looking at it sideways, let's pretend there's a boat here. I'm looking from where you see me. That's a quarter of a mile. That's right. That's another. So the boat gets smaller from the point of view over here, right? That's another quarter mile, another quarter mile, another quarter mile. All of these get to a point where you can't tell that it's any farther. So hold on, hang with me. Let me just finish here. So we have that the sky does the same thing. From here to here is X distance, right? The same distance is wedged into there. The same distance is wedged into there. The same distance is wedged into there. And it merges to where you can't.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Karen. And I hope you've subscribed.
Bless you. Bless you. Right. Good to see you.
Resolve it. That's your horizontal eye zone. Horizontal, not curve eye zone, not physical horizon. That's your optical horizontal eye zone, right?
Nice.
So
Let me say this, Dave, because sometimes someone want to know. He said the reason we can't see the dolphins is because the eyes can't see it. Can it also be true that it's because of the curves?
it can't because of the curve, because we can see them. We just can't see the water because all of that information gets compressed into that little tiny area, so you can't see beyond it. That now, if he had a zoom lens, he zoomed in, but he still can't see the water.
You know
because,
what? No, pretty good point. I'm
You'd have
sorry.
to get up higher to see it. You'd have to get up higher to see. The higher you.
Sorry, Michael, couldn't hear that.
Your deck rises up and your sky rises down, and it gets to a point where your deck's blocking seeing further. That's what's happening.
Absolutely.
I think he's waffling around trying to explain that.
Yeah, I think it is. After his performance, he's not doing. I mean, I've seen him doing talks on the stuff he does, and he usually sounds okay in general with certain things.
That's why you get them floating boats. Like they're floating in the sky, but they're not really. They're still on water.
That's it, man. That's it. They just took off out of the water and just evolved. But
to try and explain these things to somebody like JLP, like he's not gonna have a clue.
No.
You know.
He needed to know that you were.
And you haven't done him no favours, Dave, because you've waffled round about 30 times to explain that why you're not Earth's flat. You couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You've danced around it. You've re-asked questions. You've waffled. So this guy is like, he already thinks you're a deceiver.
Of course, you couldn't answer straight.
I mean, and then to start going into like detailed things about perspective and that, like he's going to be turned off.
It was.
And show out most of his chat. Anybody who's in chat watching this is saying the same things I'm saying.
Right. Could have said it straight off. Look, yes, it's flat. Straight away when he asked the question, yes, it's flat. He, like Michael said, he danced around it to the point that it was deception. Yeah.
Right, we're at 2 hours now, so I don't think we're gonna go on much further.
think it's,
anybody else wants to watch it, they can watch rest. But I think we've heard enough.
yeah,
I think Dave has signed his own ass into ground.
aye.
You know, Dave, you're not a flat earther, you're a true earther. You've made that clear. You could be living on a bigger ball. You know, you're doing this to yourself, mate. Nobody's breaking your arm behind your back, making you go on these shows and say these things. You do this at your own accord. Yeah. I'm just a person. I can see what you're doing, and I'm going to call it out. And so are many other people.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you're doing this to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to hear people crying about causing division. Blah, blah, blah. No, this guy's doing it to himself. If you got a problem with Khan, go see Dave first.
That's it. That's it. And like the thumbnail says, he's not talking for us.
No, he's not speaking
Right.
for me no more.
No.
Neither is Witsit, neither is Jaren. None of them. None of them speak for me. Quite
Good.
capable of defending Flat Earth myself.
I might not be the best debater, but I know if JLP asked me if I know for sure, and without a doubt that the Earth is flat, I would have said aye.
Aye,
Absolutely.
aye, got you. It's
I
flat.
got you. Aye, jump. Never bother at all. I just didn't see it, but if you're a flat earther, you know it's level, like you said. I don't
Roddy
know.
Piper, what is he doing for this Flat Earth community? Because all I'm seeing is him making it a mockery. So what exactly is he doing? What does he do other than go on YouTube channels talking crap? Please explain to me, Roddy Piper, what you think he's doing that's good. Because I'm
Yeah.
not seeing not good.
I don't agree. I don't agree. Roddy, no.
And yeah, I used to like him, but we're not about feelings here, are we? Or we shouldn't be. It's not about whether you like him. You could like somebody who's an absolute knobhead.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Look, at the end of the day, he couldn't say it, and he says it could be. That's not wishy-washy, saying it could be a ball, but a million times. That's point blank contradicting what evidence is showing.
If you've been around in YouTube for 8+ years talking about flat Earth, if you can't openly say, I know for a fact Earth is flat, and defend it and prove to someone why it's flat, you've no business being in flat Earth, like, not at all. No, I didn't come to flat Earth because of Dave. I come to flat Earth because of Eric DeBay. And it weren't really Eric DeBay. It was one of his arguments mentioning that that water don't curve. And that's what woke me up. Yeah, you could say Eric DeBay woke me up, but really it was his argument.
And that's the difference if they're proclaiming something different.
Don't fall into emotions and thinking people have done it for you, because I truly don't believe they have. Like I truly think God's revealing this truth, maybe using people, like, but don't put people on that pedestal.
That's it. That's it.
Do this to you, like what Dave's doing now. He's making a mockery. If Dave woke you up to Truth for Flat Earth is making a mockery out of you right now by his pathetic defense of flat Earth.
Yeah, you can't say he's a flat earther, but you can push other lands with a no proof of, and aliens and no proof of. And if it could be, if it's not flat, then it's a million times
You
bigger.
can make money off
And
that.
and look how much land on and stuff they could be hiding because it's a million times bigger. That's what ifs.
I said at the beginning of the stream, like, this weren't an attack on Dave as a person. It was his behaviour and his arguments, and that's I hope it's kept to that. It's hard to not get angry, you know, we're all human. But Roddy Piper, like, if you've been around since 2015, if I asked you, do you know 100% for a fact that Earth's flat, you'd tell me that you know, and you could tell me how you know, surely. If you can't, then you've got Dave to be responsible for that. If you can, then you think for yourself, and you don't need a YouTuber to be telling you these things.
And I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can.
Yeah, I'm sure you can as well.
You are on a flat.
Are we still playing it? Are we stopped? Finished?
Yeah, I think we'll kill it there. Like,
Yeah, I've heard it goes. I don't think it goes on much longer anyway. It doesn't go on much longer. He's showing proofs of flat Earth, but it doesn't matter because he's already contradicted that argument. You know what I mean?
I'm not on YouTube, me, for out. I'm not there to make money. I don't care about being a YouTuber. I make videos of things when I feel like it, and I do live streams when I feel like it. But this really got me back up, like, because this guy's been around longer than me.
Right.
He's woke a lot of people up, like we've said. So has Eric the Bear and that, like, but I cannot answer that. You know that Earth's 100% flat. It's crazy to me, like. So, as an honest person, Roddy Piper, I have to call this out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as what is going off.
And as I seen that, I mean, I agreed with that.
Like, he's pushing people away from flat Earth, going on stream saying things this silly. It really is, like, and we're supposed to be waking people up, not pushing them away.
Yeah.
But no, what I've seen here had wet me up to flat Earth at all.
You can't be certain that things are level on the Earth and then not be able to say it's flat. It's a contradiction. It's not just a slight discrepancy. That is a completely contradiction. And JLP was right to call him on it and keep asking the question. Because it was a simple 50-50.
We could go on for another 2 hours, like, but we'd be tearing ass, aren't it? You know, like, I think Dave proved everything I made a claim in my thumbnail. There were a guy at beginning at chat who were against me, but where has he been alt stream? You know, and I'm not out here to. It's not a witch hunt. All I'm saying is, look, Dave, if you're a true earther and not a flat earther, don't go on streams and say you're a flat earther. Go on a stream and say I'm a true earther, and then we can have a separation, like, you know what I mean? Because it's not acceptable. People are gonna. If I'm talking about it, then it's pissing other people off as well.
Absolutely. And yet, no, 8 times. That's. He was asked twice that amount. Yeah. You would have answered straight away. Okay, game the first one, you maybe didn't get caught off guard, whatever. Second one, by the second one, you definitely should have answered. You know, I would have answered first, definitely. But
and Dave Wise, right? You're the type of person who don't answer my emails. Because I've sent emails to you and Jaren, never had a response. But you're welcome to come and talk to me if you want.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? I would have no problem talking to them. I remember Discording a message to Witsit, and I don't think to this day he's looked at it. I think that was in 2020. I think that. I mean, I haven't checked in a while, but because I've been in Discord.
When have you got a?
Oh, Michael just got tossed out, or he tossed himself out. I do not know. What happened there, dude? Can't you let yourself in?
You got a wrench.
You didn't add yourself to stage, and you didn't add yourself to stage. I just added you. Is who got a wrench?
Sorry, I was just gonna say, has Len got a wrench? Like,
No.
Len, you've got a wrench now, so post link, mate.
Hey, Michael, check out the Johnny Knoxville podcast. Pretty sure I can fly with Bertrand Piccard, son of Augustus Piccard. Plenty of interest and cheers. All right, yeah, put that in. That'd be cool. I watch his mate now and again. I watch Steve-O, his podcast.
Yeah.
I watch his one.
It might be something you would like to cover that after.
I would cover that, definitely. I would definitely do that. So yeah, if you've got a link, I'll have a look at that, definitely. That'd be cool.
So anyway, thank you all for coming. And I was surprised in some of the people who have come.
That was as well. You know, when I seen Gary Mir, I'm like, wow. That was the first one. I'm like, wow. That's fair play.
No, I don't follow anybody. I'm my own person. Like, no one tells me what to do. Not, like I follow Flatzoid and I'm on his panel, but he don't tell me, and he won't do that anyway. Nathan Oakley don't either. I follow him, but I'm my own person, and I can come to my own decisions and my own understanding. And when I see something that's shit, I'm gonna have to call it out, and that's just me being honest.
Absolutely, especially when you're within that. I don't like to say community because it makes it sound very cultish.
There is no community, man.
No, of course.
There is no community. And people think there's a flat Earth community off their head.
No. I mean, within that, people who claim to be.
You don't think Jaren approved? No. Stuff, Jaren.
But, no, he should though. What, of Dave? He shouldn't. He shouldn't. Excuse me.
Oh, you ain't got a link? Oh, I'm going to struggle to find that then, Lenanta. Like, I don't even know what a podcast player is.
Okay, so what is it? So it's not like a YouTube video then, is it?
Cheers, TV. Thanks for coming, mate. God bless.
Bless you, man.
In fact, God bless you all, like, for coming. And I hope you've been entertained for a Saturday afternoon.
I dare say, there's a lot of people on YouTube cover podcasts. I dare say you would find
it. Looks like I'm after A&E next anyway. Like,
oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, what happened?
A piece of glass, like, so.
Ooh, nasty. What is it? A finger, a thumb?
Yeah, it's a finger. Like, I'd glue it myself, like, but you know what women are like.
Never sure. Yeah, might need a stitch. I would if it was me, I would just super glue it. But
yeah, I would like, but
yeah, you never know. Sometimes
like I'm gonna have to spend about 10 hours in A&E.
Oh wow! Well, at least you got this off your chest.
Yeah. This has been on my chest for a few days, like.
Oh, what was meant to do?
I was gonna just do a video, like, but I thought, stuff it will try a stream.
It might have ended up in quite a lengthy video. Alright, so yeah. But, good man.
Anyway, thank you all for coming. God bless. And
guys,
if you're a flat earther, you know Earth's flat.
Aye, absolutely.
You got any last words?
Bless you guys. That's it. Bless you guys. Nice one for coming. I was surprised as well how many people saw Dave in that light. But looking at it again, so they should. It was terrible. What a poor performance. And performance is a bad word, but that's probably kind of what it is on a performance. You can't claim to be reputable in that area of Flat Earth anymore.
It seems like it's just another actor on stage, doesn't it? To me, like
too much here. For goodness sake.
Anyway, I'm killing it.
Yeah, man.
Bye.
Go. Look, so thanks all for coming, and remember, Jesus is the truth.
Bless you guys.
Bye, guys.